And rightio guys, we will make a start. Hello, good evening, what up, all that good stuff guys. How the bloody hell are we doing? Yeah. Everything looking sweet as, just how we want it. Good stuff man, good stuff. How are we anyway guys? I mean, I would let this run, but we're going to be starting a new game anyway. So, like I say, brand new game, brand new walkthrough. How I go about finishing and playing through Final Fantasy X. Not much has changed in the 15 years or so. Well, almost 20 years since this came out. Jeez, old game. But not much has changed since. Except it looks a heck of a lot more crispy now, as you would imagine. So, there we go. We're going to start off on the advanced sphere grid, and we do that for a good reason. And we'll go arranged music, because why not? But yeah, absolute reminiscing about my childhood right now. Such a good game. Nice, chilled, relaxing game to play as well, to stream. Don't have to worry about being too cracked at the gameplay. I can just play it at my own pace. And I can play it nice and chilled and relaxed. And it's going to be good. So, there we go. That's simply what's going to be happening when we carry on, guys. So, yeah, so if you're new to the channel, make sure you stick around, because this is going to be my main game for at least the next couple of weeks, couple of streams at least. At the rate I can complete this game, 12-hour streams, about 8 or 9 weeks maybe to complete everything that I want to complete. So, quite a lot to go through. Of course, we've got the main story to get through early doors, but that's not a problem either. Good thing about it is I can talk through all the harder bits in the game, all the puzzles and things like that, so we can do the Cloister of Trials. I can show you how to win the first Blitzball game and get yourself a early strength sphere. Show you how to get all the Bhed Primers. You get the idea. I can teach you all the things you need to know. If you haven't looked at videos for the past 20 years on YouTube anyway. But I ain't the point. The point is this is my way of doing it, you know? And as I say, I've been looking forward to this for a good while.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
This may be our last chance. But yeah, here we go, babies, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how we get on. Obviously, early doors for the first 15 hours or so while we crack through the main storyline. It will be pretty much standard affair, to be honest. I need to point out as well, because I'm going to be going through this quite quickly, I am not a speedrunner, okay? I don't speedrun this game. I take my time with it. I stick around in certain parts of the game to level up. All that kind of good RPG stuff you would expect. However, I do burn through the boss battles pretty quickly, because there's kind of a specific strategy for each boss in this game. So it's quite easy to burn through them, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I'll go through it all as we get to each boss fight, whatever you want to call them anyway. So here we go. We control Tidus, or Tidus, depending on where you're from in the world. I believe it is Tidus. There's that whole debate about is it Tidus or Tidus. Tidus. It doesn't matter. It's the dude. I could have called him the dude, but I call him Tidus.
Do this. That will mean it was for you, okay?
Pro flirt. Pro flirt.
Got it.
Absolute top quality flirter from our boy Tidus there. Yeah, no? Good stuff.
No problem.
Yeah. As I say, beginning of the game, guys.
Alrighty.
pretty much all the way up to probably past Luca. The game is bog standard affair. Everyone pretty much does it the same way. There's not much I can do to make it exciting, to be honest. I can show you a few little grindy spots for you if you want to spend a little bit of time leveling up and things like that. But generally, there's not a lot to do, unfortunately. First 5, 6, 7 hours of the game. It's just a case of cracking on and playing the game. And obviously, if you've not played the game before, enjoy the story. Take it all in. Embrace the world that is Spira. And watch all the abundance of cutscenes. And there are quite a few of them. Unskippable cutscenes. Little part of the fun though, guys. It's an RPG. It's supposed to have a lot of talking. I think Squaresoft, because this is a Squaresoft game when it first came out, kind of went overboard when they... Because it was the first Final Fantasy that they had voiceovers for, or voice dubbing for. So I think they went a bit OTT with all of it in this game, to be honest.
Our hero, checked, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanara says to myself,
right, there she is. Right, the first thing you can do is speak to this young lady here a couple of times. And then you can be a pro flirt. And you can recommend that you'll save some tickets for the match. Get yourself 2 whole potions. Not just 1, but 2. And as you can imagine, it's not a gargantuan amount of potions, but they're there in case you feel like you need them. We won't. I can almost guarantee you we won't. I think I use about 2, maybe 3 potions this entire game. Normal potions anyway, we're not talking about X potions and Mega potions and things like that. For the sake of healing anyway, I think I use 2, maybe 3 potions the whole run through. Yeah. Yeah, these FMVs hold up 20 years later. And this here is one of the baddest mother humpers of all time. In the RPG space anyway. And Blitzball, one of my favourite minigames in all of Final Fantasy ever. So that's the first iteration of Blitzball in Final Fantasy X and in X-2 as well. Or X2. My favourite minigame by far. I was hoping they'd make it into like its own side game, or someone would be able to mod the game in this, but there's not enough demand for Blitzball, unfortunately. But yeah, my kind of sport. Like water polo / rugby / football. It's just all the good things in a sport, you know. Especially because I know how to abuse the mechanics as well. Ha 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 ha. Let's go. So we should be heading, or not be far off, heading into our first battles in Final Fantasy X. Oh, they also added autosave to this game as well, which is a big plus for a game this size, believe me. Remember, when this game first came out, memory cards weren't a standard on consoles. You had to go and buy extra memory cards. I know, crazy thoughts, am I right?
Orin! What are you doing here?
I was waiting for you.
What are you talking about?
Cool.
Huh?
It begins.
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
That little mick take there from our small friend there is actually a running theme of this entire game.
What the?
Pretty much anything said in this game isn't said for no reason, pretty much.
Wait!
But once you get out of this particular part, apart from when Tidus is flirting
Not
with
this way.
ladies, of course. Now, I will mention two things, guys. Well, I'll show you one thing, and I'll mention another.
We called it sin.
Because I'm playing on the PC version is very good. It's very nice, very smooth, as you would imagine. But on occasion, the FMVs, the full motion videos, will completely green screen my screen. And I have zero control over that. It's not been patched. And as I say, it's something I have zero control over. So sometimes you might be staring at a blank green screen. That's exactly what I'm staring at. So it's nothing to do with my stream setup or anything like that. And while that's happening, I'm gonna show you this as well, because I've got it on PC. I've got this thing called Untitled Project X, which helps things like frame rate and stuff like that run a lot smoother. It's pretty much necessary for all of Square Enix's games on PC. But it gives you a handy UI settings. Most of these things you don't need to worry about. The only thing that I've changed, where is it? That's it. Gamepad button icons. I can change them to any that I like. So PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox, Xbox 360. And the other thing, which I will show you, is game boosters here, where I've got the entire party earns AP. Now that's nothing you can do usually, you can only do it when you've got this mod on. So what that basically means, it doesn't matter if my party members take part in a battle or not. If they're physically in the party, they will gain XP or AP. Now, the reason I've done that is just one simple reason, because it stops a lot of the grind later on for experience, because watching a stream where you're grinding for XP it's not very fun, let's be honest with you.
I hope you know how to use it.
But that's the only change that I've put in the game, and it just means, like I say, I don't have to grind literally 3 different parties in endgame to keep them all up to experience. I just need to grind 1 party, not 3. There's no game boosters on, there's no speed boosters on, there's no mega 9999 cheats or anything like that. It's the only kind of mod that I put on the game, because I like to keep it as original as possible. Especially for the sake of you guys, when it comes to a walkthrough, you need to be able to follow along with everything that I do. Or if you are watching it for a walkthrough perspective, you just need to be able to carry on with what I do. So what I'll do is, at regular intervals, if I suggest this is an area where you should kind of sit back and do any kind of leveling up or grinding or anything like that, I will let you know. So if you are following along, you may just need to grind a little bit longer in certain sections than I do. Again, because I've just taken that grind away, or a big portion of it anyway. And don't worry about endgame stuff. I'll show you the cheap and easy ways to get the most experience possible. So don't worry about a thing, mate. So this is the first boss battle in the game here. And this one, if you don't know what Demi actually does, can be quite an intimidating boss battle. Demi pretty much takes away 25% of your current HP. So what that means is it actually cannot outright kill you. So as long as you do well with this overdrive here, which I have done, it will kill all the enemies apart from the boss. And now this boss cannot kill me. Doesn't matter if it attacks me 1,000,000 times, it will never kill me. So I don't need to heal in this boss battle. Also, I'm going to be using Tidus's overdrive here as well. Usually you want to save your overdrives for bosses or bigger enemies and things like that, unless you're Tidus. In Tidus's case, you want to rock them and use your overdrives as often as you can. Because the more often you use his overdrives, the more overdrives he gets. And his best overdrive, Blitz Ace, you need to use his overdrives 80 times. Yeah, 80. Which sounds like a lot, but it's not in the grand scheme of things. So once again, we're on about 140 HP for Tidus, so expect about 35 or 36 HP damage here. Yeah, there we go, 35. Like I say, it takes a quarter of your current HP, not your maximum HP. And this should be the last attack on the boss, and we should be done. And we are. I still have my soundboard, ladies and gents, because we need to make sure we are playing a Final Fantasy victory against, after all, the big bosses in the game. And there we go. So, not used a potion yet. You don't need to. And here's your first opportunity to save. So, they're just my old saves there, so we'll start a new one. Yeah, so save spheres are pretty interesting things. Obviously, they allow you to save the game. But if you just interact with them, so the menu comes up, it will fully heal your HP, MP of your whole party. So they're basically like tents in the old games, but they're free. So if you're ever grinding near a save sphere, it's always worth checking in every so often just to get a free HP and MP boost. And of course, save the game if you're doing a lot of grinding. Okay, next section. Attack all the things. Until Orin speaks to us. Whenever you see that wing start to flicker, attack that particular scale. Because they will attack you with a reasonably powerful attack. I think it does about 100 HP damage or something like that. And here we go.
This could be bad. That. Knock it down.
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
And follow his advice. I think you need to do 1,000 damage to this thing. Well, it might be 2,000. Yeah. I ain't worried about these guys' attacks now. I always forget how much it is. Yeah, I think it's 2,000 damage because I've done about 1,000 now. Cool. Like I say, still no danger of like losing battles or anything. And there we go, we're done. I would also say Final Fantasy X, guys, is probably a very good Final Fantasy to start with. If you've never played a Final Fantasy game before, or an RPG, the mechanics in this game are very easy to understand. So it's a very good Final Fantasy to start with. And it's also a turn-based battle system as well, so you have all the time in the world to think of the attacks that you're going to do. Whereas some of the older Final Fantasy games are active time based, which means enemies will attack when their turn time is due. Whereas in this game, they will just wait indefinitely until they reach their time, basically. So it gives you plenty of time to think of strategy and actually look about how certain attacks affect the active time bar. So, like I say, very good game to start off with for both Japanese RPGs and Final Fantasies in general.
This is it. This is your story. It all begins here.
Just realised my camera's like slightly off centre.
Hey!
Yeah, that's annoying. There we go. Hope you like the ambience in the background now as well, guys. I moved one of my lights back and put like an orange glow to it. It is actually specifically orange. It's not just a white light or anything. So fingers crossed it's got a nice little aesthetic to it for you. With my usual purple and oranges. Feeling the purple-orange vibe at the moment.
Things. Like where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy.
Oh, so sleepy.
I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
Yes. Good stuff. Here we are, guys. So this is where the game kind of starts a bit more proper. I say more proper, but even then it's still like a tutorial as well, but you get some kind of freedom. You haven't got anyone holding your hand at this point. You kind of have to crack on with what's going on.
Anybody there?
Right, so I'm going to show you two things in this section before we move on to the next part of the map. I want to get control.
Hey!
Cool. So the first thing we're going to do, now we've got control. Good thing about the maps in this game, they will always point you in the direction roughly where you need to go. So basically just follow the red point on the map, and yeah, you're pretty good. You shouldn't get lost, put it that way. But what I'm going to do is first I'm going to go over here and look at this blue thing on the wall here.
What do we have here? Nope, can't read it.
Yep. That's just all gobbledygook. And then to kind of give you an idea about what's going on with the gobbledygook, you head over to the far left here. There's a little bit of a step that you can swim up. And then you got this little thing on the floor. Introduction to Bhed. Find Bhed Primers to help you decipher the strange Bhed language. Bhed Compilation Sphere. To use previously saved Bhed Primer data to synthesize a new Bhed Primer. So from here, if I really wanted to, I could go back and pick one of my old save files, and then I would be able to pick up Bhed Primers. Now, simply put, Bhed Primers, there's 26 of them for 26 letters of the alphabet, and the Bhed language is literally just a cipher. So it exchanges a letter from the English or the 26 letter alphabet and exchanges it for another letter in that language. It's as simple as that. It's not an actual language, but it's more like a cipher. So once you get all 26 of the primers, you unlock the whole language, and you get some reasonably good loot at the very end of the game for it. But yeah, anyway, so if you take a left at that fork there, you get yourself a high potion. While we're here, we'll sort. So yeah. In case y'all didn't know, That's what happened, yo. Oh, excuse me. That's some good ass water. So Tidus has had a bit of a nasty fall. So what we'll do is we'll head over to this blue sphere over here. Ooh, we're about to get attacked. Oh no, oh no. Once again, push the X or the A button a few times. And we'll make short work of these small fry enemies here. See how that works up there. And now we've got a big-ass monster to take care of. Okay, so similar mechanics to the scaly thing that we killed before. This guy's punches will only take half of your current HP. So once again, you don't need potions to heal. At 248, he took 124. And you only need to attack him 3 times. And then cue cutscene. Ah, that's a little bit better. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at my preview. It's strange that I'm able to play a game and still have the preview on without it affecting my performance. So, nice to actually have it there so I can actually see what's going on. Nice. So there we go. We managed to escape Big Hungry Boy, who has no intestines, so I don't know how he actually eats food and digests it, but whatever. I'm not the game designer. I'm not the character designer. I'm just here to play games, yo. Cool. So we'll head up here. Again, the game is very cutscene heavy, guys. And I don't like talking in them too much, especially when you're obviously explaining things, just in case there are any new people watching the game. I very much doubt you don't know what's going on story-wise, but it's nice to hear what they have to say, you know?
Cold. Need fire.
From the social banners. Good stuff. So, right here, guys, here, it is important that you use the save sphere. You don't have to save, even though you might want to get into the habit of doing that, but make sure you use that sphere. Because if you don't, and you go into the next fight without having full HP, there is an actual, genuine chance that you could die. So, yeah, make sure you don't die. Make sure you don't do that. Good stuff. So, we've got the flint. And then if you go up against this wall here, you'll get the Withered Bouquet. Or the Bouquet, as it's correctly said. But if you carry on a bit further along, you'll find a chest here. High potion. Good stuff. High potions are actually pretty useful, especially early to mid-game. So they heal 1000 HP. And items tend to be a little bit quicker to use than magic. So it can be a little bit better to use a potion sometimes. Also, if you head over to this door here. Oh, where is it? And then head right. There you go. There's another chest. For a next potion. Which fully heals you. There we go. Yeah. Again, actually, it's weird. This game's weird. Towards, like, end game. Towards, like, the end game bosses and things like that. It's actually very rare that you will have time to heal. It's just not something that you do a lot in this game. You're doing, like, normal battles leading up to the end game. But healing of HP becomes such a low priority because you just tend to not get hit by a lot of enemies. Or the whole plan is to avoid getting hit by enemies, especially things like Dark Aeons and things like that, because they tend to one-hit KO you. Because a lot of their abilities are broken AF. So it's just best to avoid getting hit altogether in respects.
Your team lost.
But obviously building up.
You came to say that?
Obviously building up, it's a lot better to keep healed.
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
Yo, Morty, what up, dog? Welcome to the streamage. Sneaky boy.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me!
Look at him here. I slept right through half the day. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a good old sleep in, my friend. But yeah, it is what? 3:30? Where you are? 2:30 or 3:30? That's a long sleeping, my friend. Very long sleeping. Right here, guys. So as I say, if you didn't hit that save sphere before, this thing here can genuinely kill you. Depending on how lucky or unlucky you are. So be prepared, you may need to use a potion. If not though, just keep hitting him. You need to do about 750 HP damage. There we go. Before another cutscene. Oh yeah. You really supposed to blow the bloody doors off?
You on my side? Cool!
Kill. So using grenades, certain items like grenades have special effects when used. These items can only be used during battle by selecting the special ability use, which our friend here happens to have. So, get chucking. What I tend to do, I tend to steal a grenade, and then we'll use the other two. Right here, so how stealing works in Final Fantasy. Most enemies you can steal from, guaranteed, once. Then after that point, your ability to steal gets halved. There we go. Fat W's. So yeah, so if you can steal, your steal rate's 100% for most enemies straight off the bat. And then once you steal once, it then drops to 50%. When you then get another successful steal, it then drops to 25%, and so on and so forth.
Phew. That was close.
So, yeah. Most enemies are worth stealing from 2, maybe 3 times,
Let me go.
depending on how rare the item is. But otherwise, don't bother. You actually don't need to steal a lot in this game. There's much better ways to get the stuff that you need later on. Oh no, they're speaking French. They are... well, a cipher of English that just happens to be French. Oof. Oof indeed. Hit with the French. I know, such a small lady managed to literally one-hit KO Tidus here. When he's been attacked by big fish monster. Scaly fish monsters. A big massive Wolverine wannabe with its talons and claws, and then he gets knocked out by one punch. Gotta love that. Gotta love that plot device, you know? Tidus got roasted in French. It was very effective. It was super effective.
Whoa. Okay.
I just realised I don't have a lot of water to last me through this stream. I have enough for now. I'll wait until the next big cutscene and then I'll go get some water. Good thing about Final Fantasy X. There's so many cutscenes. I can go away to the toilet, get water, food, snacks, drinks, whatever, and come back and nothing has moved. V-Dream Hydrate costs 500 Tyrizal Tech
I
Bits.
said I don't understand.
Damn, did I set them that high? I'm pretty sure I only put them back on 100s.
He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
May need to go back and change that one up.
You understand me? All right.
Right, cool. So yeah. So before we go anywhere, guys, if you head to the very back of the ship on the right-hand side, you'll get yourself your first Bhed Primer. So again, I'll show you where all the Bhed Primers are because I'm nice like that, you know. Also, if you speak to this guy, he will give you a potion. Or 3 of them.
Almost forgot.
Again, potions that we don't really need. Using the sphere grid. So the sphere grid is used to develop your characters by activating nodes with spheres. Let's see how this is done. Select sphere grid from the main menu. The cursor appears at the selected character's current position. Use left, up, down, right to move the cursor. Information on upgrades is displayed at the top of the screen. This location is for defense upgrades, while this one lets you learn an ability. These upgrades locations are called nodes, and characters are upgraded by activating these nodes. The character must move near a node in order to activate it. Let's go through this step by step. By pressing X, the cursor returns to the character's position and a list of commands will appear. Selecting move to display the number of steps the character can move. The number of steps a character can move is equivalent to its sphere level. Sphere levels are gained by getting AP ability points, which are obtained by participating in battle. Characters must fight battles to gain AP and obtain sphere levels, which are in turn used to move around the grid. In short, if your characters do not participate in battles, they will not grow stronger, with a big fat asterisk next to it because of the mod that I've got. So in this case, Tidus has 4 sphere levels so he can move 4 steps. In general, you should be careful not to move too fast as you may forget to activate nodes you pass over. So let's take 1 step and learn the ability Cheer. Note that if you do not have to be on a node to activate it, you can be adjacent to the node as well. By selecting a destination, sphere levels are spent and the character will move. When the character arrives at the designated spot, you'll be asked for a final confirmation. If the destination is correct, select yes. Man, now I want to play Y7. Oh yeah, what's that Borderland mod that I mentioned? It's the Exodus SDK. Basically, it's the Exodus mod that you execute through the Hex multi-tool, but it's through like a specific mod menu now. It's actually not quite as good as the Hex multi-tool at the moment, because it's not as developed as that is, you know, BLCMM even. But it's nice to have a mod menu where you can just go down and select what you want, which is pretty cool. Right, I'll explain sphere grids better, guys. This is far too long. What's it do? It's just a basic mod pack for the game. But yeah, if you Google Borderlands 2 Python SDK, there's like a specific thing you need to do to mod your game ready for Python SDK mods. But once it's done, all you do is drag and drop the mod into a folder, and then the mods, you can activate them as and when you want them. Now, I've got the Exodus mod on it, and then you can also... I've got a mod where you can literally change the amount that a enemy will drop. So your base enemy has a 1x drop chance, for example. If I scale that to 10, that enemy, whatever it drops, will drop 10 times the amount. That's probably a really poor explanation, actually. So it's cheat engine. I think it's kind of like it, but as I say, it's more to do with...
It's not active now. There should still be some power left. We're gonna go down there and activate it.
But like I say, it's like in a
Then we should be
specific
able to salvage the big
menu
prize.
that you activate before you go into your actual save game.
Okay, let's get
It's
to
just
work.
a neater way of executing. You don't have to hit like F6 or tilde to activate your mods and then know exactly what the mods are called to activate them. Just literally go into the mod menu and toggle it on or off. And then there's a mod menu in your pause screen so you can change things around. Anyway, did I? I did. Woo! There we go. So guys, we got cheer, which is important for Tidus. Now the reason why I went for the expert sphere grid, guys, is because it gives me a lot more freedom to get where I need to be and go where I want to go. Like Tidus pretty much will end up pretty much down here by the time he's done. But his area on the expert sphere grid runs very close to Oren's, who has all of the strength upgrades. And you see my point. So I will be venturing like away from the usual spot quite a bit to pick up things that I think are prevalent for Tidus. So that's why I always go expert sphere grid. It's also a lot easier to max out the expert sphere grid compared to the normal sphere grid, because you have a lot less locks on it for a start, on the expert one. And perhaps more importantly, there are 70 less nodes in total on the expert sphere grid. So I can fill the grid a lot faster. It's literally 490 nodes less than the original one, across all 7 characters. That's nice. Pretty good. We don't need to worry about too much about leveling up until... Probably I'd say about B-Sade is probably the place where you need to start leveling up just a little bit if you want to take advantage of a infinite grind. And if not, I'd say well after Luca before you have to actually put any sort of reasonable like leveling into the game, to be honest with you. Of course you can grind a little bit early if you want to make things a little bit easier, because Final Fantasy is good like that. You can literally play the game as you want. If you want to be overpowered going into all your boss fights, spend 15 minutes grinding in each section and you'll get there. If you want to speed run through the game, don't level up at all. Just take advantage of all of the boss mechanics to win. The joys of a Final Fantasy game. Grenade! Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, it's all over. Grenade! And there we go. Now, usually, I spend all my time with the young lady here, stealing for grenades, because I'll need them for a boss in a minute. But the boss isn't actually that hard, to be honest with you, so... Not to worry about. Not to worry about at all. And here he is. Tentacles. Oh no, Tentacles. The 130. No, use. 704. Very nice. He'll go around the corner. And then we'll get the option to use special commands here. Trigger commands. Special commands become available in certain battles. Press left in the command window to access them. So in this one, you can stand by. So what happens is your character will just sit there and it will recover some HP. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to press triangle instead. And I'm going to wait for this attack. Waiting around for HP there is... It's not a bad idea, don't get me wrong. But when basically you recover 50 HP, he will do double that when he hits you. So you are better off. You're better off just hitting triangle there and taking far less damage from the resulting attack. And don't worry, I know I'm cutting it a bit close with Riku. Don't worry about a thing, mate, because we get another option now. Right, she can stand by because now we can go pincer. So hopefully I'll go for this thing. I'll go for Tidus. Nope. Okay, we will heal up here. Usually he goes for Tidus a lot more. Yeah, he's really got a thing for Riku at the moment. Right, so I've already stole from this guy twice. So stealing from him again's not going to be worth it, to be honest. Sorry, Riku, you are getting the brunt of all the attacks at the moment. Do it. No. Why? There's other people to attack. Oh, go on then. There you go, just for you, Morty. Oh, you're lucky. He's dead anyway, but I did it. Anyway. Yeah, that battle's not very hard anyway, to be honest. And pretty much, guys, that's one of the few potions that I'll use in this game. As I say, you just don't need them that much in this game. The Bhed potions later on in the game are very useful because they cure things like poison, darkness, and petrification as well. So they're really, really useful to have. But in terms of just having a potion, you outgrow how much health they give you very quickly. So. Yes, as I say, guys, this is going to be our main go-to game for the next couple of months. I do this Final Fantasy X playthrough once a year anyway, and I feel now's a good time to do it. Until we get the Mass Effect Legendary Edition coming through anyway. Why not Borderlands 3? Because everyone's covering Borderlands 3. And I haven't paid for the second season's pass either, so my builds are all old school. I don't even have access to Arms Race. Bum, bum, dun, dun. Haven't seen anyone on Borderlands 3. What are you lying for? Anyway, guys, so that's that one done. Really haven't. I know the content creators should be able to still play it. Yeah, I mean, it's still, don't get me wrong, the directory is a lot lower than it used to be on Twitch, admittedly. But none of my friends or streamers I follow play it anymore. So there's not much, to be honest with you, the game's, it's a bit stale at the moment. To be honest with you, he says when he's playing a 20-year-old game. But there's not a lot bringing me back to it at the moment. You know, the content releases aren't, there's not enough of them. What they need to do is they need to bring back the, I forgot what the actual event was called, but it's when you went to the mansion and you got you got the like OPQ system from it and whatnot. Now, bring that back so I can get an on level 65 OPQ system. Then we got a deal. But yeah, there's just not enough. There's just not enough content that like attracts me back to it. I prefer to, at the moment, I feel playing Borderlands 2 is a bit more interesting and fun. Just because guns are actually, like legendary guns are actually relatively rare.
Hey!
Need to cycle content and lock it away. Something maybe Borderlands do. They cycled guns out, remember? Nah, I think.
You really do understand.
I don't know. I think with Borderlands 2, rare guns are actually rare. Like legendary guns. They had a decent chance of dropping from farmable sources, yeah, but generally, you know, you'd have to farm one like 5, 6, 7 times before you got a legendary. The amount of legendaries that get pooped out of like...
Oh, we means you.
You know, it's just ridiculous. Remember when they circled out the Harold and the Lyuda? I actually don't. The Harold and the Lyuda have always been part of Borderlands 2.
Can't you tell?
Since when I was playing it anyway.
Wait, you're not an Albed hater, are you?
I don't even know what an Albed.
And 2 of my favourite guns are Maya,
Xanarkin.
Sandhawk and Pimpernel. You have to play an entire DLC. Well,
Star player of the Xanarkin
2/3 of it anyway. To get those guns, you only get one.
Your head or something?
So you have to save quick to get the exact one that you want.
You guys hit me?
And then you have to restart the whole thing
Oh, right.
to get another set of those guns. If you're doing it legitimately, and that's read-only save for farming anyway. So, yeah, you could, like, the quest to hunt down guns was
So I told her everything there was.
a couple
to
of
tell
hours
about
long.
Xanarkin. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack.
I mean, what level am I at the moment? I think I'm level 57 on my Maya at the moment on Exodus.
I just said things as they
Just
came to mind.
so,
But then I started to wonder.
you know, and I'm at that point where I can go and farm specific guns that I want now, which is decent. But I won't do it because after 5 levels, they're all useless anyway.
Say something funny?
You were near Sin.
So, yeah. Yeah, Borderlands 3, they poop that amount, they poop so many guns out at you, it's not even a rarity anymore, so,
Just had some kind of dream?
you know. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to get a specific role. Like, it's amazing when, because they've rebuffed the...
Toxin. Yeah.
You
Oh,
sure?
what's that gun that drops from
There
Trant?
is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years
Ball
ago.
SMG, little mini grenade gun, forgot what it was
no one
called.
plays Blitzball there.
But yeah, they've buffed that anyway, and obviously it's a really, genuinely nice gun to have. It actually claps booty now on Moe's,
What do you mean?
because of her splash damage and
1,000 years
whatnot.
ago?
It's nice to get like a really good roll on that,
I saw
but
Sin attack Xanarkin. You're saying that
yeah, there's not
happened
enough. There's not
1,000
enough for me
years
to go
ago?
back to it, to
No
be honest.
way.
I feel like Destiny, although the game itself is like kind of buggy. Nah, buggy's the wrong word. Destiny is Destiny basically, but at least there's stuff going on weekly for you to go back to
You
it.
said
I cleared my first Master Lost, no, Legendary Lost Sector the other day.
Uh-huh.
And once I got the idea of it down, I ran it 3 or 4 times and got myself 2 new Legendary helmets. So
you might find someone you recognize.
it's like a live and open game. Apparently, I got suggested to get Final Fantasy 14. Because I like RPGs, I like grinding games, I like leveling up, I like putting builds together. So that might be a interesting one after I finish Mass Effect 3, the Mass Effect Legacy edition, because I'm going to be spending a good 3-4 months making content on that. Easy.
I'll go tell the others. Wait here.
Playing out different playthroughs, playstyles, builds. Very interested on seeing what Mass Effect 1 looks like now. So I'm one of the few people in the world who actually like the original Mass Effect.
Oh, uh-huh.
I liked its RPG style charm. So yeah, like I said, it'll be interesting to see how they've changed it up.
My Xanarkand?
My dog's over my shoulder on the left hand side there. He is absolutely
right,
shattered, but he's fighting sleep.
Since when? Yevon? Sin? Luca?
Yeah, there is a
I
bit
thought
like
Sin
Destiny
just
2
took
for
me
you.
to a
That's
faraway
fair enough, dude.
place.
The important thing is that
Maybe
you're
go back
enjoying
in
the
a day or
game.
two. But 1,000
Like,
years
you
into
enjoy
the
playing the
future?
game for the grind to get the weapons and things like that, which is happy days.
No way. Whoa.
I don't get to keep my gear. I don't enjoy it. Fair enough. Yeah. Don't worry, Borderlands 3. Give it another... Once this second season's done with, either Gearbox must be thinking about the next game in the next installment of this franchise, or they will stop updating it again soon. They'll do it for like a year and a half, and they'll do what they did with Borderlands 2 and send like a mini update later on, where they release another 8 levels. Also, I want Black Pet class. But apparently, I've seen some of his builds at the moment. Some of his critical hit builds are like OP and broken. But I think every class has got one of those now, which is nice. It's fair that every class has some form of over-the-top broken... broken class, I suppose. Like Moses' Bloodletter. In a Transformer, pretty much you can't die. Doesn't do the most spectacular damage, but you can't die. You just can't.
Blitzball.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, but
Hey!
can't wait to get my Maya Blurred Trickster mod class back. When I get to level 80. That'll be fun. Do that. Go and get my pimpin' out and just end the game. Mobbing wise, anyway. Right. Anyway, guys, so this is the first time in this game that I've had to go over anything specific. Like I said, the game's very linear, so you don't actually miss much. But if you head right here, you'll pick up a Mooncrest, which is a very important item for later on in the game. You can get it later, but you may as well grab it now. And then we'll head to the beach, and see what's happening over here. It's your boy Waka.
Yo.
I blame the pet AI a lot. But to be fair, I like the monkey. I like the monkey. I think the monkey's pretty cool. I just like him with his shades on, to be honest. I don't use him because he's any good. I just use him because he's fun. But apparently Rack Attack's the one. Just insta summon damage, you know.
You know amateur. Who you play for?
Don't worry, guys. I will show you all how to beat the crap out of the first Blitzball game as well.
What team you say again?
I meant...
I think my record for the very first Blitzball game against the Luca Goers, no word of a lie, I think is about 7-2.
So, I don't know where this place
If the stars align,
where I came from.
you can beat them by a 4 or 5 goal margin.
You're still alive.
If you know what you're doing. And you get pretty lucky with data, pretty much. That's how you do that one. But yeah, I'll show you a cheesy, easy way to guarantee you victory in that game.
What? You hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
Alright, cool. Anyway, if you speak to these boys, I think 4 out of the 5 of them give you stuff. There are 2 potions. I mean, potion's a potion, innit? Even though we're not using them. Gil, that's a little bit more important, but not at that amount. More potions. Right, no, he doesn't give you anything. Okay, it's only 3 of the 5 then. That kind of sucks. Cool. Rack attack is more a tracking projectile than a pet. Alright, fair enough. Well, like I say, I'll use it as like a debuff.
This Waka, so I just had to ask. It's true Xanarkand was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago?
Yep.
It's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them.
More talky talk time.
All day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Xanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when.
My dog
Of course,
snoring.
we must always repent
Bless
for
him.
our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
Why would they, guys? Why would they? Of course they wouldn't lie about that, would they?
But you from the Xanarkand Daves, that was a good one, huh?
Yeah. As I say, guys, beginning of the game is very linear. There's not a lot I can talk about, just where things are, how to do all of the puzzles and things like that. And my tips and tricks for beating the bosses and things.
But at that time, all I could think about
It'll start
was
opening up towards the end
everything
game.
that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now,
I wanna go
just lived life until
home.
that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think
And
of
also
home,
we get to see
but I
Bay
started to
soon as
feel
well,
better
so that'll
already.
cheer me up. We get to see
A
Bay.
little better. Maybe.
Yeah, we do. Anyway. Cool. Again, anytime you see a save sphere, guys, it's worth giving, you know, it's worth saving. You never know what's going to happen around the corner, or,
It's this way.
you know, something powers out in your house or whatever. So, yes. Very beautiful looking part of the game here. Basically, it looks tropical lagoon blue water Hawaii style to me. Keep going back and forth for my opinion of Axton's turret.
Big idea.
In the base game, it's very underpowered. But if you don't use it as a turret and you use it as like cover and stuff like that, it's, you know, it's good for drawing aggro away from you as well. UCP. I think they gave it buffs in certain areas then, didn't they? In the UCP. I haven't played Axton in years, to be honest. I just don't like... I don't do well with soldier types, he says when he plays Mose as his main. But... Mose is more like elemental fucking damage, splash damage, death queen, you know? Alright, but anyway, guys, so we have Waka on the team. It's your boy Waka. And he's pretty good, actually. He will be your go-to damage dealer later on in the game. But he's pretty good at the beginning as well. He, on average, has slightly less strength than Tidus. Along his part of the sphere grid anyway. But he's very good at hitting fast and aerial enemies. Whereas Tidus is just good at hitting fast enemies. Yeah, 3 attacks. Not horrendous, this part. Sometimes you get lucky with the RNG, sometimes you don't. Don't know exactly what the percentages are. Well, I know one of the abilities, they buffed so that it gave 4% damage and like more shots per burst and things like that, I believe, as well. So
Let me go.
Got a favor to ask you.
You want me on your team, right?
A major blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on.
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
our team is gonna rock, eh?
I thought then that Blitzball and
You know what
Sin
I'm
were
gonna
the
do
only
for
two
once?
things that Spira and Xanarkand had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
I'm actually going to turn up the desktop audio slightly, because I'm not playing music like I usually do. Probably a bit more important to actually hear the game.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years, and we never won a game. Well, after last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right.
Waka bailed, y'all. Only took him 10 years to realise that his team's a bit trash. Gotta respect the man for the perseverance, though, you know?
So, after quitting, I got this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey, hey!
So, you want to win the next tournament? Go out with a bang.
That's just my
So,
brother
what's our
sneezing.
goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best.
Long as we play our best.
If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
No. If I say, what's our goal? You say, victory! When you play in a Blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory? You're serious?
He do be serious. Yeah, he do. Cool. So fingers crossed we don't get attacked again. That'll be an idea. A play to win. That's a great attitude to have there, Jacob. I know exactly what you're saying.
The one from the sea.
Who dares
Be
wins.
on guard. There are fiends on the road today.
Welcome to the stream anyway, buddy. How are we? How you been? How are the new headphones?
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool.
The
In
Holy
return, come tournament time,
Crusaders,
I'll make sure we
indeed.
take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village.
I'm good and I can hear everything quite scary. Yeah, headphones make all the difference to a game, man. You might actually be able to hear the odd footstep in Apex now as well. Maybe being a key, like, you know, one of those asterisks, one of them big ass asterisks. That's that one there. I just realised I'm slouching further down, so if I do that.
Let's see.
Ba, 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 ba.
The Crusaders' Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Kata are usually there.
Nah, that's better.
All right.
I think you got the Logitech Pro X's, I believe.
Huh? What's
You'll
up?
have to let us know what you got there, Jacob.
Prayer, right?
I didn't know it in the first place, to tell the truth.
Man, that's like the basics of the basics.
Oh, by the way, whatever you pick in
I'll
that
show you.
section there, it doesn't really matter. Decisions in this game mean pretty much nothing, to be honest with you, so don't worry about it.
Go ahead, you try.
There's only like 2 or 3, and I'll point them out. The most important one's how much you're going to be getting, how much you're going to be getting an Aeon for later on, so, yeah.
Not bad. Okay, now go present yourself.
I'm quite
to
happy with the
temple
headphones that
summoner.
I've got at the moment,
Blitzball
which is
player
3.5
would know
mil
that
jack ones that you
prayer
use for
was the
PlayStation,
Blitzball
but
sign
obviously
for
they work on
victory.
my surround sound system. I will get a decent set of wireless ones again at some point, but I'm in no like mad rush for them. I don't really need them. Right, anyway, explore the island. The most important one is go over here. Right, we'll speak to them in a minute, but there should be a primer. Where the hell is it? There it is, Bhed Primer, 2 on the floor. Then speak to these guys.
Hey, you! You were
Yes,
attacked by Sin,
sir.
right? Recently, was it?
I think so.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything.
Feeling
are
a
you?
little bit achy as well, guys. I've been doing my like
If Sin's nearby,
100 push-ups
it'll
a
attack
day.
the island for sure, but it hasn't.
for the past like 2 weeks. This is like my 3rd week.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything.
So I'm literally
To
up
tell
to
the
like
truth, I don't even know what the
I had a couple of
Crusaders
days
are.
off here and there, so I think I did my 1300th
Sin. Toxin. Gotta
Push
tell
up.
him who we are.
Earlier.
Yes, sir. The Crusaders are sworn to battle
Achy
Sin.
AF, man.
We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mihen
T-pose is
formed the
prayer
Crusaders
pose there,
800
Morty.
years ago as the Crimson Blades. Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders.
I can't
We've
even
been
do it 'cause there's a
fighting
wall
Sin
on this
ever
side.
since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well, we've steered Sin away from
Man got
towns
parred
many
off, you know.
times, and that's all we can do. Nobody's ever been able to defeat it. Our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So, then whose job is it to defeat Sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad?
My man gives 0
Seems
fucks.
rather bad.
Just asking random
I could
strangers
just
this
tell
shit.
you, but I think it better for you to try and remember.
Dun, dun, dun,
Go pray at the
dun.
temple. Perhaps Yevon will help you regain your memory.
Yeah, man. Cool. So now you've done that, we can head over to Temple and go sort out stuff over here.
It was then, standing in that place.
Very yawny today. Don't know why.
I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
It do be looking very religious and regal, doesn't it? Talking about temples and praying and stuff. We don't do that in the modern day world. Well, some people do. And fair play to them for doing so. Becoming less and less prominent in their modern society.
10 years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for
The
him.
High Summoner, you know?
What's a high
Bob Marley would
summoner?
make a great high summoner, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I got too close to Sin's toxin.
Everyone looks at him like he's an alien or something.
It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon.
Go
Only a
summoners!
chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
Yeah, no matter what you figure there, is what it is. Anywho, head out. And then we head to the middle right tent hut, whatever. Speak to your boy Waka and get yourself a quick
Sorry, man.
nappage.
No time for lunch yet. Take a nap. You look pushed.
It doesn't matter if you're not tired, take the nap, otherwise the game will not progress. And that's never a good thing, you know?
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly.
Ooh.
But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Ooh, you can hear the venom.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies...
By the way, I like how Tidus has brown hair when he's younger, like his mother. And then it goes blonde, like... not like his father. I mean, when I was younger, my hair was a little bit lighter than what it is now, and then it went dark. But my man had a literal hair transplant. Went brown to blonde. Unless that spear and water's full of, like, so much chlorine it just bleaches his hair. Then everyone would have light hair, wouldn't they? I don't know. Maybe I've looked into it too much in my many years playing this game.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Ooh, lovely. Our first Cloister of Trials, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, they're all pretty easy, to be fair. Very simple puzzles.
If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
I remember.
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
Danger's my middle
There's
name.
already guardians in there. Besides,
Tidus, Danger. What's Tidus' last name, by the way?
What if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
People in this game do not have last names.
Must be obeyed.
Unless you class Seymour, because he's Maester Seymour. No, that makes no sense. Yeah, people don't have last names in Final Fantasy X.
This wasn't such a good idea after all.
Right, anyway, so Cloister of Trials, these things you need to do before you get to your Aeons and shit. So, so, all about glyphs and spheres and all that good stuff. Like I say, they're all very easy as long as you follow, like, a very set idea. Now, there's two things that you need to do. The first one is you need to advance to the Chamber of the Faith. That's the whole idea of being here. But the other goal is to grab the treasure that's in every single one of these trials. So getting to the Chamber of the Faith is usually pretty easy. Getting the additional treasure sometimes is not. But I'll explain it all as we crack on. So anyway, that's all that explanation there. We've got a glyph sphere. Head back down the stairs and there's a door. I wonder what goes in here. There you go. And once you've done that as well, take it back out of the door now that the door's open. And head with this glyph sphere to over here. And then that door will open. And there will be a destruction sphere in here, but you don't need it just yet. Instead, touch the symbols on this wall here. And the door will open. And in here you will have a Bhed sphere. Yeah. Take that bad boy out. Don't worry about the Tron or lack of Tron in your life right now. Put it in the pedestal opposite. Cool. Now, if you want to finish everything, all you got to do is push this pedestal all the way over to, like, there's a gap. Push the pedestal on that gap there, and you're done. But we want to grab this treasure as well, because treasure is always a good thing. And we also need it for an Aeon later on in the game. So take out that destruction sphere we left before and put it where you found the Bhed sphere. And we'll go and grab our treasure. They're called destruction spheres for a reason as well, guys. Cool. There you go. And then once you've grabbed that, a little symbol will come out of this chest. There you go. And you can obtain hidden items by using destruction spheres here. The hidden items are, as I say, they're important for... they're important for an Aeon that you can get later on. And the Aeon that you get later on is kind of OP, so you kind of want that Aeon. Right, anyway. Or summon, or whatever you want to call them. There we go, and once you hear that little chime, you have done with the Cloister. Like I said, the Bhed one's very easy.
Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
Very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
Dun 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 dun.
Whoa! Ah!
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at
Ooh,
every
we get to
temple
see Bay in like 30 seconds.
Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a sure fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
It's Bay. For
What are you doing here?
obvious but not so obvious reasons.
No, it's
Yeah, Lulu is life. Lulu's like one of my favorite character in Final Fantasy X.
See, I told you she gets mad easy.
And she's an absolute badass as well.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
Yeah, sheer sass from Lulu right there. Great. Oh, and you meet this other girl right now as well. She's kind of important to the story. Nah, I do like Yuna as well. She's a very cool character. Big blue dude, catch Yuna.
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
Very echoey sound with the voice recording on that one. I don't, when the game first came out, I don't know if that was like intentional or a bit of an oversight, but yeah. And there we go, we have acquired a decent party of people to play with.
All old geezers.
Ignore all these dudes and dudettes because they won't offer you, they won't speak to you anyway. Because you're a rebellious little geezer who just decided to basically run and gun their way through tradition.
What? Ow!
Actually, guys, I'm gonna go grab a drinky drink while this is happening. I'll leave you with this.
Okay.
That's some good quality H2O. And my doggo is now awake as well. Very nice. 2 seconds again, guys. I'm gonna set off something. The intent is doing thing.
I had never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary.
Like I say, it's an art form there in this game when you can leave without worrying about missing anything or wasting time or anything like that. So we have us a Wild Veil for. And there we go. Our first Aeon.
We talked for the first time.
We talked for the first time.
But after that night, everything changed. For everyone.
Also, I don't know if my camera can pick up on like the wispy smoke that's going on, but like I said, I bought some incense sticks about a week ago. Just to like the smell of them and whatnot, just let them off every so often. So it may give me a bit of a smoky effect on camera. Not too sure, but you'll have to let me know.
His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Good thing it doesn't affect the gameplay though, guys. You can still see what's going on. Don't you worry about a thing, mate.
Hi guys.
Yo, man, what's up?
So what's our goal?
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island.
Yeah.
That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
It's been 10 years since these guys won a game of Blitzball. So that's at bare minimum been at least 10 years since they won any tournament. Waka would have been 13. So none of these guys here, none of them would have, well, depends on when they can start in the sport, but pretty much none of these guys here would have been part of the original team that won that cup.
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
You a bad man. You a bad, bad man.
But it was really my fault to begin with.
Yeah, it's all blame Yuna. Don't know what happened, but just blame her.
I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kind of overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
She's asking him like she knows, like he knows what that is.
Come play with me
he hasn't got the slightest clue what a high summoner is.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
Incense.
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
For the win.
Oh, really?
We can
Wonder what that's.
talk
Wonder if this is
more.
good to the mic or not, though. Hopefully, it's not too bad for
You
it.
can tell me all about Xanarkand.
Nah, it should be fine.
She's cute, yeah? Then we're cool.
Hey, but what if she, like, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen.
Peter's very
If you get
body
tired, let me
positive,
know.
clearly.
And a bed
Like,
mate.
yo, what if she comes up to me and gives me the eye, man? What you gonna say about that, Walker? Walker?
Ready for bed?
Wickety wackety woo. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, let's go to bed. Let these man party and barbecue and do whatever they're doing. Nah, this is Bay. Bay about to turn up again, you know what I'm saying? Bay about to be here. Oh, sorry, no, it's not quite yet.
Where's that boat?
He put up with this bit first,
Everyone will
you know?
find us if it doesn't come soon.
He's like semi-Bay.
Sure this is okay?
He's not like prime top tier Bay, you know?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
And neither's the other one either. Riku's a little bit too hype. And he's also 15 in this game.
Oh, hey.
Could have been a full 3 years older than me when this game first came out.
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
No, where Lulu? Me and Lulu can go on a romantic date. It's all good, man. It's all good.
Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
The theme of crying, yes?
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
I hate you.
Huh?
That's the spirit.
You can do it.
You can do it, Nikki.
I hate you!
He's dead, okay? Dead.
Actually, start capturing a couple of screenshots as well for the new. I'd have to do it on Bay, of course. You know what I'm saying?
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
Yeah, got loads of screenshots there.
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
Just so I've got some like pictures and stuff when I do my overlays for the YouTubes and stuff. Always good to have your own rather than going on Google search. And then no one can turn up and be like, you use my picture in your videos. Like, mate, it's a video game. Pretty much.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu.
My brother.
Looked like you.
He's dead?
My brother, my brother. So has anyone else played this game? It's a good question to ask, actually, for the few people that are watching. Have you played Final Fantasy X at any point in the past 20 years?
I first heard on the day of the tournament.
I have literally completed this game at least like 10, 15 times. Easy.
Yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea.
Tend to stick to the same way of doing it each time as well, because the way that I do it works for me,
After the
basically.
next tournament, I'll be a guardian full time.
To get all the super bosses done and
I know
dusted.
it kind of looks like I'm using
Get
you,
all the good weapons that I need or
but I'm
want.
not.
So,
Don't worry.
it's pretty
I
good.
mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Go Walker. It's your birthday. Go Walker. Right, we'll be moving on in not too long. which is good, because I'm sure we haven't killed something in about half an hour. Slightly less than a half hour since we killed something in a game that's all about killing fiends and enemies.
Hey, sleepyhead.
'Tis important that we go and start killing again, I think.
Whoa! You're giving this to me?
Yo, bro.
Well,
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Got a good sword with that hook on the end.
he never used it.
You can pull enemies to you, you know what I
Where's
mean?
Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She
I'm kind of
became an
hoping these
apprentice.
screenshots don't have
Now,
the
today,
subtitles in
she
them.
lives as a summoner.
This is our
Probably
journey.
every single
We
one's
should
probably got a
leave together.
subtitle in it, but the way I do my banner and things like that, and it being 1440p, I should be able to crop it out and stuff for the 1080p stuff.
You really don't need all that luggage.
Fingers crossed and all that.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
That's a
This
lot of
isn't a
gifts, girl.
vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
I mean, I shouldn't make fun of the situation that they're in, because until you get to like halfway through the game, you don't understand
Okay,
what's
off
going
we
on.
go.
You've got an idea. Well, I didn't when I was younger because I was stupid, but the bombshell hit hard when the bombshell hit hard, you know. Hallmark of a good story, though, innit? Right, cool. Right, guys. So, you're here. Before you go anywhere, go back into Besaid. Besaid. We've got a couple of things that we need to clear up. The first one is go into the shop. You don't actually have to buy anything here. But speaking to her here, and she will let you know there's a dog of hers that's got something in its mouth, and you want whatever that thing is in your mouth. Also go down here for 3 chests containing some variety of items again. And if I'm correct, Doggo should be up here. Doggo! And we obtained something mangled and slobbery, which is Veilfor's like actual overdrive, or her good overdrive. Here we are. We have an Aeon there. Actually, it's weird. They start off quite strong, and then as you get stronger, they get stronger as well, but not proportionally. Like, your endgame characters will be far stronger than your Aeons unless you really work on leveling them
Why
up.
don't you try out that sword I gave you?
And we have a dead pooch. Wolf thing, whatever.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, so the
You kept up
wolves
with
are
it
dead
pretty
quick,
well.
so you need a
Might
quick
make a good
character
guardian
to
someday.
kill them, so Tidus is perfect for them.
A flyer, my kind of customer.
And then you've got flyer type enemies, which Wakka's the best for. Unless, of course, you send them down each other's paths. Yes, that's the thing you can do on the expert sphere grid. I could put Tidus on Wakka's if I wanted. See, Wakka starts there, Lulu starts there, Yuna starts there. So all 4 of us start within like 10, 11 levels of each other. So that's pretty good. As I say, with Tidus, I'm going to head down here to pick up this HP sphere, this HP sphere. I'm going to put a strength and a HP sphere here as well. So that'll be 900 HP. And then go up here. Yes, it means I don't get to haste. Oh, haste is right there. That's not too bad. Yeah, it means I don't get to haste as early as you maybe want to in this game, but you don't need it early game. Apart from one specific boss battle, which I'll explain to you, which isn't too far ahead, where haste can be useful. Ooh, we got a jelly. Don't worry, this is where Lulu's gonna drown me with her ample magic now.
You can't beat them down. You gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean. Lu, you're up.
Yay!
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here.
Alright, so elements. Magic and fiends have properties called elements. There are 4 elements: fire, ice, lightning, and water. Fire and ice are opposed, as are lightning and water.
Spells of ice work well against fire fiends, and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means...
Thunder to death! And there you go. And as I say, I have the PC upgrade where they all level up, which is pretty good for me in a level up point of view. Just means that I don't have to swap characters in and out every battle to get them experience. Just save me a lot of time. Save me a lot of time. Especially because I'm streaming this. Just doing the walkthrough like as like a video series where I could tell you all where to level up and stuff like that, I wouldn't bother.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna
Like I say, it's a nice change of pace to do it this way.
Are you ready?
What's going on?
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip.
Yes, they definitely do,
Chapeau
sir.
didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
I'll just go and watch.
That should do it.
Again, these decisions don't mean... They mean diddly. Cool. So we're getting to a point where you can almost go ahead and fight your own battles and stuff. I say almost because it's not quite. Make sure I got everyone upgraded, equipped with the best stuff. Oh no! Big blue dude want to fight. I'm more than happy to oblige, my friend. Yeah, so Kimari's like, I'm gonna test you in my own way because I'm Kimari. You missed. So, to kill Kimari, you need to do about 750 points of damage. So I'm on about 280 at the moment. 580 at the moment, which is good, because we're 650. 7-ish. Yep, there we go. Job's good.
That's enough.
Like I know one stepped in, by the way.
Kimari
Oh, and Kimari, if he knocks you out and kills you there, it's game over, by the way.
learned the fiend's way of fighting.
The party member who's part of your party is the one that can kill you.
Huh?
One of the first things in this game that can actually
Sometimes
kill
we
you.
don't understand him either. Kimari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Good for him. Why is he attacking me, bro? But luckily, we all get experience from that, because reasons, you know? So that's good. Bum, ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, bum, bum, bum. Cool, moving on to our next scripted battle. Again, all of this is scripted up to this point. It's only until you get to the next screen and then come back that the battles aren't scripted. So
Why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
yeah, switching members. So basically, if you hit L1, you can switch out one person for another mid-battle.
Your first real battle.
And that's actually a really important mechanic in certain boss battles later on in the game.
Okay.
And the good thing about switching is it actually doesn't take up any time, and the doesn't take any time with your active time battle bar, which you lot can't see because my camera is in the way. But luckily you don't need to worry about that too much anyway, mate. Cool, so Sonic Wings here. Handy attack which delays enemies' movement. So, doesn't do a lot of damage, but you can keep chaining this. Right, this guy's actually got a turn now, which is annoying, but that's fine. So if I go Sonic Wings now, I can pretty much chain this indefinitely until it dies. If it dies, it dies. A pose. Chill pose, my friend. Sonic Wings. Oh, look. So I can spam this over and over and over. Pretty much. Until it dies. Which is a cheesy little way of winning at life in this game. We've got a 218 there, but that means we got a critical. Okay, so we... Boosh! Ah, it's dead. Bye, Felicia. And once again, everyone gets experience, because reasons. Very nice. Cool. Moving on. We get to fight another one. Another one.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, birdie.
And there we go, Dark Attack. Now we can just lay into him. This big old beastie. Switch Una out for Tidus, so we can do more damage. I also need to go back and change my memory to, like, my cursor to memory, because I will keep misclicking otherwise, which is a bit of a problem. Not a huge one, just a bit of a problem. But it is still a problem. Oh well. We shall see how we get on. Cool. We're getting on nice and good, like. Oh, it's dead. Easy claps. Again, the boss battles at the moment aren't the hardest. Right, Lulu doesn't actually need much leveling up at the moment, so we won't level her up straight away. Again, guys, when you're leveling up and stuff, it's just important that you keep everyone at a reasonable level. I'm going to leave the magic users alone for a little bit. So I'm not sure what I actually want to do with Lulu and Una. I'll probably send them along their bog standard average path. Because having a magic user is important. Or a black magic user, I should specifically say. So I'm just trying to think of a way how I can make Lulu super mega overpowered nice and early, which won't be too hard actually. She gets a couple of magic spheres and stuff, so. But yeah, so then those three like battles along this little stretch here, they're all scripted. So once you go past this point here and go back, you can go and fight random battles, which I wouldn't suggest you do unless you was to get Tidus haste. And I'll show you why you want to get Tidus haste early. I'm not going to do it now because it's just going to mess up my whole program. But there is a boss in about the next 15 minutes that you can abuse for as much experience as you want. So long as you have a turbo pad or a macro set up on your PC or whatever. Right, speak to some of these guys and they will give you stuff. I think one of the kids gives you something as well. I think. I ain't too sure. Yeah, I think one of them does anyway. Oi, munchkins. Give me your stuff. Okay, it's not them. Is it him? No. I know one of y'all has got something else. Okay, apparently not. Okay. Yeah, I was so surprised you got something else, but oh well. By the way, you can move around in this cutscene as well, so we'll just go over here. Let's have a look. Aha! I'm gonna ruin your goodbyes. I am not moving in the background, honestly. I promise you. Haha. Go stand next to Bay. Yeah, I'm bored. Where are we? Yeah!
Goodbye.
Just speed past and walk into an invisible wall. Do the moonwalk. But yeah. Cool. So the next part of our journey begins. Yeah, I did forget how slow the beginning can be. But it's a stark change to non-stop attack later on in the game, I suppose. So take the chill times while we have the chill times, you know. I'm gonna throw my social banners out there, guys. On the hour, every hour, I'm gonna throw that banner out, guys. If you're watching on the YouTubes or the Twitter or the Twitch or anything, please consider going to give me a follow and or a subscribe because it helps me out massively. Thank you very much. T just got the idea, you know what I'm saying? He stopped simping over Lulu so much. T just got his eye on another prize though, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I just realised my eyebrows are covered. You can't see me doing my freaky eyebrows. I can a little bit. Cool. It's alright. So do that. So we've got a couple of things we need to do on the ship. So we can advance the story, grab a few bits and bobs. We've got another Bhed Primer we need to get.
First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Eunice gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding.
I will be
We'll be
guarding.
praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Don't look at me.
It skipped some dialogue there. Right, anyway, so
Word is that summoner's got noble blood. I heard
so you speak to
she's
Waka,
Lord Braska's
you go over to
daughter.
Una here, and then you go back to
Don't
Waka,
say.
and then we can head into the bowels
Lord
of the ship,
Braska's daughter?
which is where we actually need to be to advance the story.
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin
I saw a lot of
10 years ago.
statues at the temple, bro. I'll be a little bit more
Yuna's the heir to a
specific
great
about which
legacy.
one is who.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Huh?
Waka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Ooh,
Thanks,
that's a
Lulu. I'll keep that in
strong
mind.
pa. Cool. Right, anyways, we've done all that. Like I said, we could go and speak to Eunice straight away, but you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff if you do. And you don't want to be missing out on that stuff.
Them's fascinating clothes you're wearing. Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. All me name's not a Waka. Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
A Waka the 23rd.
That's what I was thinking. You cheeky bagger.
Walk the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
Cool. So this cheeky bugger, after chastising you like that, will ask you for a bit of money here.
Will be spoken all over Spira. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gil to lend?
So it's up to you if you want to lend him anything, but if you are going to lend him some, lend him 1,001 gil.
I guess it pays to ask, thank
Which
you,
is quite a lot for what you've got at the moment, but it'll pay off. It'll pay off later on, when we need to buy a specific weapon from him. Basically, the more you borrow him now, the cheaper the weapons be later on.
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door.
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did
Oh
you
no,
come from anyway?
you gotta bring out them lies again, Mr. Tatus.
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
Yes, they are. So we come down here, and our bed primer number 3 on the floor there. So if you want to check if you're up to date, go to your key items and scroll down. We've got 1, 2, 3. Number 4 we don't get for a little while. And then you get number 5 on another ship. Cool, so under here, this is where your Aurochs be chilling. You can grab a remedy here. And if you kick this chest here, it will pump out a potion if your potions are less than 20. If you've only got 18 potions, you can kick that twice and it will round you up to 20. So if you really wanted to, you could have sold all your potions back in Besaid. Oh, by the way, if you speak to Bay.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
That's all you get. Just thought I'd mention it. But yeah, if you sell all your potions back in Besaid, you can come back and get the 20 back at that little case. So it's another way to make a little bit of money. But I think potions only sell for like 50 gil anyway, so there's far easier ways to make money in the game than that, to be honest with you.
The wind. It's nice.
The wind is
very nice.
Very nice. Oh, by the way, boss battle. When I said you can go and help Tidus get the haste white magic spell, this is the boss battle that you kind of need it for if you want to do a... It's not an infinite X AP grind,
aren't you? From Xanarkand,
but it is one of those automated ones where you don't have to worry. You can just set your cursor to memory, keep mashing X, and you'll keep defeating enemies with 0 chance of dying. So you can leave this overnight, go to work, whatever, come back, and in 8-10 hours time you'll still be there slaying enemies, and each one that you kill gives you XP.
I've heard in Xanarkand.
I'll show you how to set that up if that's something you're interested in.
All lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great
this guy's got my cuticles come off a little bit.
And the stands are always
I got it.
full.
Good.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Oh no.
Jacked. My father. His name is Jacked.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
It definitely
Sounds
must
like
be.
him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkand.
Ooh, that mouth, that lip sync. Oof.
I'm sorry.
Beautiful. Kind
He
of,
went out to sea
maybe.
for training one day.
It's not.
And never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jekt came to Spira.
But,
It's true, I first met Jekt 10 years and 3 months ago. I
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da.
remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
yeah, but...
I mean, some of these facial expressions these guys make is crazy. Then again, it's 20 years old, the game, isn't it? Well, the game engine is 20 years old, so I shouldn't expect much. My doggo just had a big old sneezer. Don't know if you can see him. Right there. It's the boy! Big problems, y'all. They're not really big problems. We can fix this. We can sort this. Scene!
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Zin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it. Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Incense for the Wincense.
Wait! Oh boy.
Don't worry, Waka. We got this, bruh. We got this. It's a kind of plan of action for the playthrough. I want to try and clear the main story in about 16 hours, and by that I mean get to a point where we can kind of do our own thing. That would be ideal, and then at that point is when the game will really open up and I'll go off and do some very specific things. Right, anyway, so this boss battle. Right, yo, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play this as if... I'm going to play this as if you were setting up for doing the little infinite AP grind. So what you want to do is you want to make sure everyone gets a turn. So that does include Yuna. So she can hit someone. She can summon as well. It makes no difference. Make sure Lulu gets an attack. Make sure Waka gets an attack. But your three guys you want on the field are Tidus, Waka, and Kimari when you do the glitch. So we need to put Waka back in here. Actually, no, I need to kill that before it kills us. So, important thing is, first off the bat, make sure everyone gets a turn. Because if everyone gets a turn, everyone will benefit from the infinite AP glitch or infinite AP exploit, whatever you're calling it. You'll make sure everyone actually gets some XP, yeah? Once you've done that, you want to switch Yuna out for... Tidus. And have him cheer for... first of all, have him cast haste on all three of the party. So that's you, Waka, and Kimari. Like I said, I'm going to set up exactly how I would set it up. I am going to attack... Go to the Finn? What? Thank you. I am going to start attacking the Finn a little bit, though. Luckily, the Finn here does absolutely 0 damage to you, which is nice. Like I say, a little bit of setup will go wonders. Oh, no. So that's cheer number 2. And what the cheers do, basically, cheer bumps up your attack by 1. So it's the equivalent of getting a strength +1 on the sphere grid. As you can see, Wakka's starting to do a little bit more damage now. He's doing about 110s. He's doing 150s now. There we go. Number 3. You may need to pop a potion as well, because I haven't done this the most efficient way, to be honest, but it's no big deal. That's number 4. Oh, the perfect one for the wings start to flicker as well. So Wakka's doing 217 in attack now, so just to 100% make sure there's no issue, cheer 5 times, then all 3 of your main attackers will definitely do plus 200 damage. Oh, you've got another kill there, very nice. So when that happens, and again, haste is there just to make sure that you always get at least 3 turns, because sometimes you don't, sometimes you only get 2, and one of the scales will attack you. So at that point now, you'll be 1-hit KOing these things, and with the haste on top, you were guaranteed to always attack first. And at that point, you can literally just farm the sim scales over and over and over and over until, yeah, you win. What we're gonna do, now that we've done what needs to be done, we're gonna switch Tidus out for Lulu just to kill the Finn a little bit faster. Then yeah, that's how you grind. This is like the first. Excuse me, sorry, that incense going up my nose. This is the first kind of automated. This is like the first automated kill all the things AP grind in the game. It's not the most efficient, by Lord, it is most definitely not the most efficient. But it's guaranteed. If you've got a macro set up, you can literally turbo X on a pad, or you can go away and have on your PC and have a macro set up. You can go away for the day. You can go away for as long as you like, and it will still be here when you get back, kicking booty. And then by the time you turn all this in, you'll be ridiculously well off, basically. Now, I brought Yuna in here because Wakka and Lulu are my main guys for damaging the Finn. If I really wanted to, I could summon Baleful here and just attack the Finn that way, but which is the way I would suggest you guys do it if you're a bit more inexperienced, but your DPS is actually lower with Veil 4 unless she's got her overdrive, so you are better off just doing it this way. She's got nothing better to do, so yes, as I say, do those things that I did previously with your 3 main physical attackers on the field, and just literally keep pressing X, and you win, basically. And there we go, and there's the Finn done. No overkill, but if you're doing the exploit I just shown you before, you'll end up with tens of that. Like, I think you can literally end up with tens of thousands of AP, as long as you're willing to put the work in. So yeah, and that's the first half of the boss battle done. First half, you say? That's right, there's another half. And don't worry, it's another easy one. Although, I didn't heal Tidus before that battle. That's a bit of a noob thing to do. Pop a high potion. Job's a good one. All is good in the world, you know. Always a way around these things, guys. There's always a plan A and a plan B. At least in Final Fantasy X there is anyway, so. So yes, like I said, so that's the first exploitable. It's one of the only automated exploits for AP in the game. But in this game, you don't need it, to be honest with you. By the time you get to endgame, there's so many easier ways to earn AP. It's not really required. Sorry guys, 2 seconds. Sorry guys, my doggo was chewing his poles. You have to tell him off every so often. Look at me like that. Oh, he's not happy because I told him off. The only time you ever see dolphins in Spira, by the way. Uh-oh, big boy. What we gonna do? Kill it, obviously. But like I say, Tidus will probably... Right. 242, I don't want to risk it, so I'm going to pop a high potion. A high potion. No, job's a good one. As long as you get a dark attack in on the Sin Spawn before he attacks you, he's not going to hit you for very much. His Drain Touch will miss. And we've got our overdrive saved nicely, so we'll do a nice chunky amount of damage. There we go, 435. Just make sure you got Whacker in the wings ready for his second dark attack. And just keep attacking the big guy and you should be good. No point killing the Finns here because they'll just keep respawning. Yeah, it's still dark. Darkness! Blender will hit you, I think, regardless of darkness, so just be prepared for that. Yeah. Luckily, though, I think it might be a little too late for this big mofo. And we got another dark attack. So, yeah. Another fairly typical boss battle. If you are worried a little bit, you can pop another heal. And like I say, he'll do Drain Touch like 3 times and then Blender. You should kill him well before that if you manage to overdrive him. There's Drain Touch number 2. Sorry, no, he will Blender after this, but I've got a feeling he should be dead. I said. Oh, he's not dead. Okay, we might be dead here. Tidus definitely is. Getting a bit cocky there, aren't I? It's alright, man. I got Phoenix Dance for a reason. I bet he's like 1 attack away from dying as well. I bet you that's how like close it is. Although Drain Touch here is not going to be good. He's going to get some of your HP back. Yep, I knew it. It was 1 away. Sod's Law. Ah, well. And there we go. Jobs are good. And power spheres, manas, and abilities. Just what we need. Very good. A nice cutscene. Right, guys, I'm going to leave you with a cutscene while I go to the toilets, which shan't be long. Oh, is Sin still doing his thing? Of course he is. Of course he is. It's what he does. He causes a commotion.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself.
Yeah, it's a tough old world out there, Tidus.
That day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
At least it seems like Tidus comes to accept that a little bit nowadays, you know. But we finally made it to Kilika. Damn it, I missed my print screen, didn't it? Oh, I hit the wrong button. I don't want a print screen. I want to F12 it.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, Milady Summoner!
Milady.
There is no other summoner here. Please allow me to perform the sending.
I call my girlfriend Milady.
Thanks be to you.
Our loved ones.
I'm not even
we feared they would
posh or anything.
Fiends.
Please, take me
Just
to
rolls
them.
off the tongue. Milady.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Huh?
There you go. Again, always give the game a crafty save, because it's been a while. And there's nothing you can do in here until you go and trigger the next cutscene, guys. So, oh, actually, no, you can go to the sphere grid. If you really want to learn Flee, which we will rarely, very rarely use. Like I said, I'm not ready to level up the magic users just yet. Like I said, I think I will put them along their traditional path, so Lulu will be a black mage and Yuna will be a white mage. Because the specific abilities I need for specific bosses, it makes more sense to do that.
What's ascending?
Later on in the game, they won't be using either of them all that much anyway, to be honest with you.
You are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's
I did used to include Yuna in like my main end game party, but
the dead need guidance.
It's less efficient having her there because you need her for a specific role late game. So I then switched up to Tidus, Waka, and
Orin.
Auron.
Death, they refuse to face their fate. They
Which
yearn
I'm which is how I. It's the main three part. It's the main party that I run anyway. I know a lot of people looking at me weird, like, why do you not run Riku? Simply because I don't really need her mixes, to be honest with you.
And in time,
they can help.
That
You don't need
to
them.
anger, even hate.
Especially when most games at the end dispel a lot of your buffs and abilities anyway.
Should these souls remain
As long as
in
you got the right
Spira,
setup, you don't really
they
need her.
become fiends that prey on the living. Sad, isn't it? The sending takes them to the far plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do
Rest
this?
in peace. Good cutscene coming up. Loads of screenshots of potentials. So I'm gonna spam that button. I'm gonna spam that button good. You realise they look like fancy flowers, but they're actually coffins. That's a very nice sunsetty one, isn't it? Grab them too. What do we think, guys? Was this one of the very first times that Tidus actually started falling a little bit for Yuna? Not really the right time to be doing it though, innit? Strange. Or maybe he was just mesmerized by the fact that she's literally walking on water. Got loads of nice screenshots there, happy with that.
It must be tough, being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant. All we can do is protect her along the way, until the end.
Until the end? Everyone just turns around, it's like, bruh.
Until she defeats sin.
That's right.
Oh.
I hope...
The battery on this thing
I
dying
hope
already.
I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time.
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It was strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
I get you, boy. I get you. Luckily, we're getting to the point where we can start killing things again. Is there anything in here of note? No, it's not here. Your Bhed Primer 4 is in another hut, so it's not quite here just yet.
Hey, you awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
Before we do that, though, head left, speak to this poor girl in the hut over here.
Whoa!
Right. So it's only on, like, my third playthrough that I realised that that girl was in that, like, hut. These two guys next to her do nothing to help her for a start, which is an absolute travesty. But I literally did all the endgame dungeons and everything. Literally hundreds of hours of gameplay. Must have been weeks in this game's time, and she's just been sat there in the hut, crying her heart out. Bless her.
There you are. Be said Aurochs, huddle.
I also don't know why they're hammering like a broken boat, by the way.
Pray for victory.
Unless they're like trying to break it down for wood and
High
stuff.
Summoner O'Halloran used to live in the Kilika Temple
But,
here.
yeah.
Yep. Lord O'Halloran was once.
Gotta make it look like you're doing something, you know?
Waka. Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
I might need to get a new moisturizer, but my hands are
Blitzball?
ashy AF.
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Whatever.
Play. And win.
What are you lying for?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
Yes, let's. Ooh. So go in here, pick this up. Oh, there's a primer right there. There you go. So there's our Bhed Primer 4. So we're all up to date. The 5th one isn't until the next boat ride, so that's about half hour away. Ish. Don't have to worry about that then. All that, and then we'll head to the Kilika Forest, where we can actually get some leveling up done. This is a decent place to, if you haven't done the previous AP grind. This isn't a bad place to do some grinding. Again, the enemies aren't amazingly powerful.
Yuna's saying
If you can overkill them,
Huh?
which shouldn't be too hard with Lulu once you get her first magic up.
To be my guardian.
It's not a bad place to do some leveling.
There's no time for jokes,
If you like your RPG characters nicely over-leveled, this is a good place to do it. Or to start, I should say.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
Also a good place to stock up on your sphere collection. So your power spheres, speed spheres, magic spheres, and ability spheres.
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
Kimari's like, we move. Oh. Actually, while we're here, get some level ups on. So Lulu is very high on magic defense, whereas Yuna tends to be more magic offense orientated. So ironically, Yuna would make a far better black mage because she'd have a ridiculous amount of power. As I say, it all normalizes towards the end of the game anyway. We don't actually grind for magic attack at all. Don't need to.
Normally, it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
Lancet is a very good ability for Lulu to learn because it gets her HP and MP back. And Lancet is based on your magic stat. So yeah, it's a very good one to have on Lulu, especially for really long like jaunts between save spheres and you can't heal up and things like that. So if you do get a skill sphere, which they do pop up very rarely, if you do manage to get one, worth spending it on your gal Lulu.
Company, halt!
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of the Wood. We've had trouble with this one before. Remember, discretion is the better part of valor.
Cool. Right, so this big boy here, you can take him on now or you can take him on later when it's... Right, so basically if you take it on now, it's much harder, but the reward is a lot better. So we are going to take him on, I say now, we're not quite ready yet, but we are going to take him on before we go to the Kalika Temple. I need Lulu to get at least her first magic up there, so she needs at least... I'm going to get Lulu 2 more levels. I'm going to get Waka 2 more levels. But yeah, like I say, I'm lucky enough I've got to a point where I can get AP for everyone, which is good. Tidus is just going to sit there. Kimari's going to go out for wackity wickety wackety woo.
I could take care of those alone, huh?
Anyone thirsty?
And here we go. And a good rule of thumb, guys, is when you're in an area and you start overkilling enemies regularly, that tends to be a good sign to move on. You've leveled up quite enough for that area and you can move on quite safely and be prepared for the next area. So as you imagine, each area has slightly more powerful fiends each time, so it makes sense. We're not at the stage where we're overkilling yet, so we're not even at a stage where Waka's doing enough damage to one-hit them yet, so we are slightly under-leveled. It's the way it works on the expert sphere grid, though. We tend to start off a lot less power. Oh, we got it. Nice.
You're not too bad.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
First compliment from Lulu. Are you excited? Need to be careful of my ability spheres because I don't have loads. Okay, I'm at a stage now where I'm fairly confident we can take on our boy Ochu. Didn't take much. We've got to be careful how I start this off now, though. Right, let's get back to the save sphere. Baleful's Overdrive's nearly done. Cool, I'm happy with that. Let's give this bad boy a go. Like I say, you can do it later on, because later on you'll have a Fire Aeon, which is very strong against Ochu. But early doors... we get a cheer in there for the extra bump up. I don't think... I know silence works. But, see, we're doing 400 damage there. That'll be because of the extra 3 magic that we got from the... Right, what I'm going to do... hit for 441, we're going to hit it again. I'm going to switch Walker out for Yunash, who has Sensor. 3052 is not bad. Okay. Basically, we don't want him going to sleep. Well, the instant he goes to sleep, we're in trouble. Because he'll regain his HP. What is that? This is an overgrown weed, my friend. Nice. We're definitely going to be at a stage where he's going to go to sleep. Yep. So we're going to preemptive that. What you Galveo for? But yeah, I'm taking on a boss a little bit earlier than I should, or a mini boss, I should say, to get some better rewards. So I'm just talking through how we go about that. So basically, when Ochu's HP drops below 2,000, he will go to sleep to recover it. And if you don't wake him up straight away, he will recover a good portion of his HP back early, which is not what you want. And the only way to wake him up is with a physical attack. So... we'll hit him now. He'll wake up, he'll Earthquake, but because we've summoned Baleful, guess what? Nothing. Although he does have water. Okay, we need to knock him down to just below 2,000 HPs. Actually... she's not going to survive unless I energy blast him now, so below 2,000 when you use Baleful's Overdrive, it should kill him. You should also get the Overkill as well, which will double your rewards later on. Fingers crossed. Nowhere near. Are you joking? Mustn't have leveled her up enough at all. Oh well, Lulu will have to do the job then. I only did 1,400, that's pathetic. Mustn't have done enough levelling up. Ah, it's dead. There we go. Would have been nice to get the overkill, but... It's not the end of the world. MP spheres don't really matter that much anyway. They're only really good for filling out the sphere grid later on, when you want to get your grid filled as quickly as possible.
Young Crusaders gather around. We'll beat sin into the ground.
Oh, that's that bit done. Right, so... I just realised I've just gone too far. Shouldn't have actually gone up there. Wait there a minute. $13, or I'll go to... Right, we're gonna go this way. And we're not going to level up Kimari too much, because one, he's going to level up naturally anyway, and two, I like him at low stats until, like, quite far into the game, actually. Right, anyway, formation, I want Rocker in there for Yuna. There we go. Now we'll crack on with the game per normal. Right, you should one-hit KO this now. Finally, there we go. And Lulu might get the overkill here. Oh yeah. Again, it doesn't take much to be reasonably leveled at this point. Remember, overkills are worth it, because it's faster, obviously. And they give you 50% more XP. Or AP, I should say. Compared to just killing them normally. Oh, damn. I forgot that was a thing. I ain't worried about it. Luckily, Lulu can also take out the flying dude, no problem. And there we go. Look sphere for later. Yeah, cool. Moving on. Got everything we need out of this forest for now. This thing stands no chance. Will Lulu get the overkill? That is the question. No, not quite ready for the overkill on them yet. Like I said, don't want to level up Tidus too much more. I want to send him down here to pick up all those lovely HP spheres that he's going to nick off Auron's area. That's the furthest I can move you now. So yeah, moving on. We also have another boss battle heading up. Might get one more random battle, probably. Thought so, mate. Thought so. Two seconds again, guys. Cool. So like I say, ready for another boss battle here. This shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just having a look at my time. I want to try and break these streams down into 4-hour streams. Like 4 hours of content. So that leaves me about an hour and a half to see how far I can get.
A race, huh?
Depending on how far we do get. If it's around about the time where I'm supposed to do the Blitzball match, I will save that till next stream. Which will be tomorrow anyway, so it's not like massively far away.
Hey!
Ah, huh? Hey!
Don't forget to save, guys, because free HP, free MP. Oh, that good shizney. So, yep, like I said, we're going to head back down this way. The Tidus has got a lovely 720 H to the P, you know? Yuna can't move, that's fine. Baleful still not leveled up. Basically, how Aeon stats work are they will get stronger as Yuna gets stronger. So if you raise Yuna's strength, their strength will go up. If you raise her HP, their HP goes up, so on and so forth. But every 30 battles, I believe it is, random battles, I believe they naturally level up as well. Right, yeah, so this boss battle is pretty standard affair. You can't really attack the main boss until you take these guys out. There's one of them. Again, make sure if you're playing this without the Project X mod, make sure everyone gets an attack at the very least. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a world of hoit. Well, basically, not everyone will get XP. You know what I'm going to do? Just realise I got haste. Lulu, where are you? I'm going to haste up Lulu because she's going to be the one who does the most damage here. For a good while. Yeah, dark attack on Waka won't work yet. Yeah, 45 HP damage is nothing.
Can't hurt it either. How about magic?
Lulu gets... There we go. Lulu will just take this man on his own. She a gangster like that? Does silence work on this big boy? Oh, it does. Nice. There we are, doing normal damage now. But of course, Lulu's going to do the fattest amount of damage. Not too worried about Waka getting poisoned. Switch him out for Kimari. Oh, this is so over. It's unreal. Ah, mate, 14 HP. Is one shooting me here? There we go. Job was good. Like I say, until I get to a certain point in the game, if someone gets poisoned or petrified, well, not petrified, but if someone gets poisoned or darkened or silenced, it's just easier to switch them out. Your main damage dealers will be the specialists, so will always be Lulu for her magic. Will end up being the likes of Lulu and Auron.
Sorry about that. Hope to break
And Waka, to be honest with you, going through the game. But Lulu and Auron are very slow, so they don't get that many turns.
You got talent.
So they are strong, but slow, as you would expect.
So what are
Whereas Waka and Tidus tend to be a lot weaker, but they get attacked more often. They can attack more often.
Leave him alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That moment when Waka told me I had talent in battle, I think that was when I started seriously considering becoming a guardian.
You consider becoming a guardian right now, Sonny Jim. I've got ability spheres, that's good, so I can do that, and we can move Yuna on. Ability spheres are really scarce at the beginning of the game. You need to be a bit careful about how you go about moving around, but it's no biggie, it's no biggie. Cool. So we are at Kilika Temple.
So, they got fiends in Xanarkand too?
Just a few. It's a big deal when one shows up, though. Hey, since when have you believed me about Xanarkand anyway?
I've been thinking. Maybe people Sin gets to don't die. Maybe Sin carries them through time. Like 1,000 years through time. And then one day...
Your boy Waka in denial, you know what I'm saying?
Amazing. Simply amazing. You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth. Sin didn't take Chappu anywhere. Sin crushed him and left him on the Jose shore. Your brother won't just pop back. Oh, and one more thing. No matter how much you want it, no one can take Chappu's place.
No one.
No one can replace Sir Jekt, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska, either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
I could never be what Chappu was. Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Best not to worry,
Waka,
indeed.
Lulu, and Waka's brother, Chappu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
I agree, Tidus. None of your business. I'm pretty sure Lulu's not looking for a toy boy. She's looking for a real man, you know what I'm saying? Or is she very happy doing her thing on her own? You don't know. Well, you're kind of doing X2, I suppose, but that ain't the point. Oh, great. Here we go. These a-holes. The guys who I'm supposed to be everyone's so scared of in Blitzball.
You here to pray for victory too?
Us? Pray? Who needs to pray? The Luca goers always win.
Oh yeah? Then why you here?
We've been praying for some competition this year.
So what's your goal this time? You gonna do your best again? Ha! It's too bad your best isn't good enough. Why even bother showing up? This
Cause
time
I'll kick
we
your
play to
ass,
win.
boy.
Ooh, play away. Just remember, even kids can play, boys.
See you in the finals.
Don't worry about their bravado. I'll teach yous all how to beat them convincingly every damn time.
Putting people down? They're as bad as my old man.
But Sir Jecht was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not my Jecht.
Gentlemans.
Even 10 years after he left. Just thinking about my old man got me angry. But maybe that was just my way of keeping him... Nah.
Cool, so we're going to be heading into our second Cloister of Trials in about 5 minutes. Another relatively simple one again. Lord O'Holland, help us out here. Help us win just one game this year. Again, whether you pray or not makes zero difference to the storyline or anything like that, so pick which one you want to pick. It's all good.
My name is Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
Donna? So, you're High Summoner Braska's daughter. That's quite a name to live up to. My. And all these people are your guardians?
Wait for it. Wait for
What
it.
a rabble.
Be gone!
As I recall, Lord Braska had only 2 guardians. Quality over quantity, my dear. Whatever were you thinking?
Y'all needs to leave.
1 guardian. Right, Bartello?
Before I kick your booty.
I only
Well,
have
you
as
that
many
kick your booty.
guardians as there are people I can trust. I trust them all with my life. To have so many guardians is a joy and an honor. Even more so than being my father's daughter. Of course, I would never think of questioning your ways either. So, Lady Donna, I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
You do what you want, Bartello, we're leaving.
Bartello, we out here, boy.
A guardian is someone a summoner can rely on. Someone she can trust with her life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me?
Maybe.
What's she smiling about?
To be fair, she's known you for about the grand total of what is probably about a day or 2. So, you know, she may not trust you all that much straight away, admittedly. Understandably.
The faith is below. Let's do it.
The faith?
But first, the Cloister of Trials. Kimari, Waka, ready?
Ready, steady, cook.
Strength, everyone.
Kimari now.
Hey, what gives?
You're not a guardian yet.
We'll be back as soon as we can, okay?
Oh, sure, soon. Like tomorrow soon, I bet.
Yep. And we can't do nothing, mate. We can't leave. You can't jump down the hole to go after them. You just have to wait out. That probs. It's not that much of a wait, to be fair, but still annoying.
Where's Yuna? Then why are you here?
Hey, I'm not a guardian, so I'm not supposed to go in, right?
My boy's snoring again.
Not a guardian, you say?
Nope, not a guardian at all.
Wait! Let me go! Go! Hey! What's the big idea?
Just a little game.
Just a little game.
This is bad. Really bad.
It's not that bad. They didn't kick you out last time, did they? So that'll do it this time either.
Only guardians allowed. And I'm sure no guardian. Well, I guess it's too late now.
Exactly. Onwards and upwards, mate. Rightio, so Cloister number 2. Kilika Cloister of Trials. Again, it's not really a tough one. You just need to be a bit careful about where you're placing certain things. So take out the Burning Sphere and put the Burning Sphere in the door. The door will blow up. Take out Burning Sphere. And the door just doesn't exist anymore. Cool. So put the Burning Sphere straight ahead. And a glyph will appear. After that, take the Burning Sphere out and put it in the pedestal on the right or left, because there is one on the left as well. Touch the glyph, which is actually, well, a glyph. There we go. Take out the glyph sphere that's in the actual pedestal. Oh crap, no, I just realised there's going to be something in the wall, isn't there? Chiller. Sorry guys, 2 seconds. Wait. Sorry, leave that glyph sphere alone. Basically, that glyph sphere needs to go in the wall where this Kilika sphere is. So put that one there. Take this one here. So we've got the glyph sphere. Put it in the wall. Fire indeed, Morty. Fire indeed. The glyph sphere goes in that wall there. It'll raise the door and it'll put the flames out to the left of us. Easy. Now you do need that destruction sphere as well, but you can't use it just yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something in the wall. No. Okay. So next, y'all needs to grab a fire sphere here. Step on this little glyph here. Put your sphere back in the pedestal here. And then push this pedestal on, onto that glowy glyph at the bottom there. It's easy to do. I'm also going to play the socials while this is going on. That'll sink this into the ground. Now, if you want to get out of here, guys, all you need to do is grab this sphere. Place it in the door here. And then literally just take that sphere out, walk through the door, and you are done. But of course, we want the treasure as well, because the treasure is very important. So that destruction sphere that we made before, or we made appear before, place it there. It blows up the wall, and you've got your treasure. Red armlet for Kimari. And jobs are good. And take the sphere out. And there's our jingle. Easy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
And now cue more
It was
cutscenes.
Donna and that big muscle-head man.
Yuna will be the one to suffer the consequences.
What consequences?
What?
She could be excommunicated.
There's consequences to this? What's going on?
The chamber beyond is a sacred place. Only summoners may enter.
What? Even Guardians can't go?
It's taboo.
Oh.
It's a taboo. Of course it is. If you want, you can just leave. No, you can't. You speak to Walker first, and then you can leave.
Just wait.
How annoying.
So what's in there anyway?
The faith,
Oh yeah, that thing, right.
The faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin. Yevon took their souls, willingly given from their still living bodies.
Huh?
Now they live forever, trapped in statues. But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the faith emerge once again. That's what we call an Aeon.
All that in this room? So what's Yuna doing in there?
No. Apparently
She
my
prays with all her heart for a way to defeat sin.
F12 button don't work no more. I've just overkilled the screenshots, obviously.
There was something I didn't tell anyone else that day. That song we heard, it was proof that Spira and Xanarkin were connected. Somehow. At least to me it was. Maybe that's why suddenly I felt like I just wanted to go home. I tried to say something to tell them, but the words wouldn't come.
Oh yeah, but anyway, after that little tidbit and story, understanding a bit more of what's going on with Spira, we have new Fire Aeon Ifrit, a staple of the Final Fantasy franchise. Yeah, Steam's just given up on letting me take screenshots now. Hard rip. Hard rip. Right, yeah, guys, so how I think things are going to work out is I will not quite get to the Blitzball game this stream, but I'll get pretty much close to it. So that's not a bad place to stop the stream for until tomorrow anyway.
But they were there, and they grew inside me bigger and bigger, till I was just about ready to burst.
Burst. Yeah, so like I said, it's not a bad place to leave the stream anyway.
I don't know.
Especially because there's a lot of preamble, there's a lot of like
do you want to
scripted battles, a lot more cutscenes as you can imagine, being Final Fantasy game, full of them. So yeah. And we still need to get back through here as well, that can take a couple of minutes. Hey, what am I doing, man? Excuse me! Thank you. And as I say, guys, I don't level up Kimari at all until late game or mid to late game. So it makes a certain battle later on in the game far easier. Bro, it didn't die. I think it's got 780 HP now. I bet it only had like 15 or 20 HP then as well. Come on, Waka, you're slacking. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. On a plus note, we're off to Luca now, so. Dun, 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 dun. Also, I think you can speak to her now if you want. Yep. If there's anything here interesting that you want, you can buy it. There's nothing. Nothing here at this point in the game anyway. When you come back later on, she has slightly better stuff. It's a very... She sells stuff which you can customize for Gil, basically.
As soon as we get there. So rest up on the way, yeah?
So we're on the high road, we're on the high seas once again. Wonder if Sin's still chilling there like he was probably not only, what, a couple of days ago? Luckily there's not loads to do on here, we just need to pick up another primer. We got primer 5. And learn a very important technique for Blitzball, which is going to be pretty... It's not integral for you winning the very first Blitzball game, but it can help even the odds massively. So it's worth getting because it's a really good technique for Blitzball if you plan on doing it full time anyway, which you're going to have, well, not full time, but you are going to have to go into Blitzball to get all of Waka's overdrives at some point to get his sigil for his ultimate weapon. So you may as well pick up this technique that you're about to pick up now. It's very there's a dead simple and easy way to pick it up as well. First, there's a chest behind our dudes here. Also, if you speak to these ladies at the back here, one of them finds one of the Aurochs cute. There you go. And I think it's Keeper. He feels like he's being watched, so yeah. You can also speak to Donna and Wasteman here if you want. I wouldn't suggest it though. Again, so that's all. So if you go into Captain's cabin here, on the floor here, our Bhed Primer 5. Cool. And that's done. Now you can go and speak to Yuna.
What y'all talking about?
Who are you supposed to be?
Ah, I remember him.
Nameless dude, we shall not speak of his name.
Huh?
You know, one of the Besaid Aurochs said something about winning the cup.
Oh, right. You're that idiot.
Don't call him that.
But he is an idiot. They don't got what it takes to win the cup.
Well, they do now.
I can't wait till I beat their ass.
Win.
I can't wait. It's gonna be hilarious.
The star player of the Xanarkand Apes.
Yeah, as if anyone lived in those ruins.
It's not ruins. There's a big city there. There is.
Yeah.
I
believe it.
got too close to Sin and...
There is a city, really.
Right. Whatever your ladyship says.
Don't worry. We're gonna beat them. And beat them good. When we get a chance to. We'll go speak to you now. She kind of got angry there, so make sure she's okay.
What's wrong? You seemed kind of mad back there.
They were being rude, and... I do believe your Xanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
How come?
Sir Jecht used to always tell me stories. It'd be great to see your home someday.
Yes.
I'd love to go there.
Yeah. So, Yuna, want to come over to my place? Right.
What a dog.
Sure. As if I had a place to show her.
Cool. Right, so now you've done that, you can finally head up here.
Well, say something. You'll take responsibility.
Relax, he's bound to know someone in Luca.
And if not?
He could always join a Blitz team. Anyhow, it's better than just leaving him in Besaid.
What? Just leaving him in Luca?
What do you want me to do?
Yuna wants to make him a guardian.
Oh, yeah, jeez. There's that too, eh?
And whose fault is that?
Not mine.
Such a powerful lady is Lulu. Commanding and dominating
Why do you think
figure.
She wants to make him a guardian anyway?
Because he's Sir Jack's son.
All right. Wait, you sure about that? He's really Sir Jack's son?
It's hard to say, but Yuna seems to believe so.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's all you have to say?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, he's got to decide for himself, yeah? Well, him and Yuna, I guess.
You're right, for once. I wonder which is best.
Alright, one more, I believe, and then we can move on.
Should what?
Become Yuna's guardian.
Why me?
Because Yuna can't.
Why not?
He hates his father. What he was, what he did. Do you really think she can possibly say to him, I want you to be my guardian, like your father was to mine?
And you're being oversensitive. All right, all right. I'll try talking to him after the tournament.
Be discreet.
Be a disagreeter.
It's his decision.
Cool. Think that's it. And there should be a old Blitzball over here. Yes, here we go. The important part. Grabbing the technique to end all techniques. That run up. Like a Looney Tunes cartoon, wasn't it? Like.
Well, well. Trying to follow in my footsteps, are you? I usually charge for lessons, you know. That shot is done like this. You can't do it, kid. But don't worry, my boy. You're not the only one. No one else can do it. I'm the best.
You're about to find out. And we're about to learn the legendary eject shot. So, eject shot challenge. Memories of that day still haunt Tidus and interfere with his concentration. Try to shake off the memories and successfully perform the eject shot. So, for example, when a memory appears in the upper left, you press up and left and X. There you go. If it ends up at top, you push up and X. Bottom left, bottom down, you get the idea. Simply press X without using the directional buttons if it's in the middle. So practicing. So what you can do basically, guys, is just mash X and move your analog stick in the direction you want to go. So mashing X, I can literally do that. So keep pressing X and then just wiggle your stick into the directions you need it to go. And I think you need to hit like 25 of these. Which I've done well more than that, so we'll learn the eject shot. Easy.
The best? Yeah, right. Huh?
Whoa! What's that called?
Doesn't have a name. Anyone can do it if they try.
Show us one more time, yeah?
He's like, that's a fluke right there, bruh. You better do that shit again. He's like, nah, you're alright, you know, I'd rather go and be flirty with Una instead.
That was the eject shot.
I like how they basically have the ship to themselves, by the way. This must literally just be like a blitzable, a blitz team only ship.
How do you know that?
Sir Jekt showed it to me when I was a child.
He called it the Sublimely Magnificent Jekt Shot Mark III.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Stupid name, huh? You know what? There is no Mark I or Mark II, you know? My old man said the name Mark III was just something to hook the crowd. He said they'd come back every night expecting to see Mark I and Mark II. And they really did come back. I used to get so mad.
Well, technically, there is a second version of that. So he's not actually lying. There just isn't 3 versions.
Is he alive, you think?
I don't know. But Sir Jekt was my father's guardian.
So he's famous here, too?
Yes. So, if anything happened to him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
What would you do if you found him?
Who knows? I thought he died 10 years ago. Well... I'd probably just smack him one. After everything he put Mom and me through.
Beat his ass.
Because he was famous, I was always... Well, you should know, Una.
Hmm?
Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spira knows him, right?
Hmm.
Ain't it tough?
It is hard to follow in his footsteps as a summoner.
Sure.
But the honor of having a father like him surpasses all that, I think.
Lord, I forgot how much waiting
Well,
around there was.
There wasn't much to honor about my old man, that's for sure.
You shouldn't say that about your father.
You shouldn't say that about your daddy, Kins.
I guess you do.
Ow!
Show me that move again.
Yo!
Yeah, Titus, you best show us how to do the football water polo thing
I didn't
again.
think my old man would come to Luca. He never did like watching other people play. But I couldn't help feeling something bad was gonna happen. And these feelings of mine are usually right.
He jinxed himself.
Sure, I had told Waka I'd help him win the tournament, but I wasn't sure I had it in me to play at all anymore.
We should get a save here. Good stuff. There we go. I just broke my game. Oh! Okay, so don't try and screenshot in the middle of a... don't try and screenshot the game in the middle of a cutscene like that, apparently, because it breaks. You didn't like it. It's a broken... Luckily, I literally just saved it, so... Yeah, but the game didn't appreciate that at all. At all. I got my screenshot, that's all that matters. Square Enix games on PC, man. Just broken messes. Brilliant. Again, another reason why you save regularly. Let's go!
Over there, the ships carrying the players are arriving now. This would be dock number 2. All the way from Kilika, it's the Kilika Beasts. High Summoner
All the way from Kilika, which is literally a boat ride away. That's like half a day. compared to the Ronsos who come from Mount Gagazet, which is literally probably a week and a half trip.
They're gonna be pulling out all the stops
Makes
to try
sense.
and bring back the cup this year.
Exciting, isn't it, folks? Our next team off the ramp is... Well, well, well. If it isn't the Bhed Primers. They're a living, breathing, statistical impossibility. I've never seen a team this bad. That's right, in 23 years, they've never made it past the
Bro, it's 23 years.
Only a few die-hard fans are in the audience today.
23 years since they won a game in the cup. Not the league, the cup.
Right, Jimmy?
Jeez.
Moving right along, our next team
That's,
is... Here they are, folks.
that's pretty bad.
They've got power, they've got speed, they've got teamwork. They're an all-round first-class team, and they're back home in Luca.
Yeah, I wonder why they went away. Whether the Luca goers live in Luca,
And after the way they dominated last year,
or at least be based in Luca so they can train and stuff like that. It makes no sense. That would be on our boat. Game making excuses to set up here, you know what I'm saying?
They know, I know, and you know, folks. The Luca goers are number one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like this every year, yeah? Don't let it bother you.
Stop right there, goers.
Oh, it's your boy Titus.
You guys are smiling now, but not for long. 'Cause this year, us Aurochs are taking the cup.
What in Yevon's name were you doing up there?
Brilliant.
We sure stood out, though. We were on the sphere. We were. Maester Micah is here.
Already?
The number 3 doc.
What's up now?
Maester Micah has arrived, that's what.
Micah? Maester?
Maester Micah is the leader of all the peoples of Spira. He's come all the way from Bavel. The tournament is being held to
All
honor
the
his
way
50
from
years as
Bavel.
Maester.
50 years? Shouldn't he be, retired by now?
Hey, mind your mouth
That's
now.
my thinking.
Let's all go see him.
Alright, cool. We finally get control back. Alright, we'll save the game again because my game wants to bug out apparently. But yeah, cool. So there's a few things that we can do in Luca, but we can't do them just yet. We kind of need access to when Yuna's running around with us before we can go out and get a couple of things that we
Can't
want
see
and
a
need.
thing.
So there's 2 Bhed Primers in Luca. There is one in the changing rooms and there's one in the Sphere Theatre. We need to go grab them too, obviously. It's Seymour!
Guado, right?
Who could it be?
A little sound clip there from one of my viewers. I think Seymour looked a lot more evil in the PlayStation 2 version. I don't know, they've taken some of the hot, like, sharpness out of his face, maybe? I don't know what it is, but he doesn't look quite as menacing in the new version.
People of Spira, I thank you for your generous welcome. Rise, Maester Seymour, and all of you as well. I present to you the son of Maester Giskel Guado, who departed for the far plain a fortnight past. As some of you already know, He has been officially ordained a Maester of Yevon.
I am Seymour Guado. I am honored to receive the title of Maester.
Also, the first time he spoke,
In
I
life,
wasn't expecting
my
him to
father
sound like
Driscoll
this.
worked to foster friendship between man and Guado.
Then I just imagine him having like
I
slightly
vow
higher,
to
a
carry on
more
his
high-pitched
legacy
voice.
and to fulfill my duties
But
as
nah.
Maester to the best of my ability.
You know, you just have like an expectation of how someone should sound. He just did not sound like I would expect him to. Waka sounds like Waka. Lulu sounds like Lulu. Yuna sounds like Yuna, but when he spoke, Seymour spoke, didn't sound like it fitted him. But that might just be me. Ooh, Seymour giving you the eyeballs there, Yuna.
All right, last meeting before the match. How so?
Don't worry, guys. Almost got some freedom.
Where's Waka?
Let the matchup draws.
We had to play the Goers in the first match last year. The year before that, and the one before
Jasu's another one who's got a really deep voice that I wasn't expecting to have.
Lost to anyone anyway.
Jasu's like the smallest one on the team. He's the burliest, deepest voice. Crazy.
We're playing the Bhed Sykes first. If we win, we're in the finals. That's right, we got seeded. 2 wins.
Any other
and we're
time
the
you hear
champions.
we're playing the Bhed Sykes, they're easily the toughest team in
First
Blitzball
things first.
for like the
Let's go
first
over the
50
basics
levels.
again, boys.
So anyone hears that usually shits them up. Also, screw the tutorial. I don't need no tutorial. I'm an absolute blitzballing machine. Don't need no tutorial.
There you are. Someone said they saw Sir Orin in a cafe.
Orin?
Yes, Sir Orin. Let's go find him.
Like, nah, he ain't no sir to me. He's just Aaron.
Hey! Hey! The game starts like real soon. You come back quick, yeah?
Hey, I'll be back.
I'll
Yeah,
be back.
okay.
Hey, Waka. You're stiff, man. No, not your face. Just breathe out. Relax.
Okay.
Like this. Just breathe. Yeah.
Cool. Almost control, guys. Almost.
Maybe now we can find Sir Jekt.
Huh? How?
Sir Orin was also my father's guardian. So, he might know where Sir
I like the
Jekt
idea
is.
that when you help a summoner defeat
go
Sin, you
now.
become like essentially knighted.
It didn't even occur to me.
That's
to
why they
think
get
that
called
the
like
Orin
sirs.
Yuna was talking about,
Like Sir Orin and
and the
Sir.
one that I knew from Xanarkand could be
Jekt.
2 different people. I don't know why.
I'd like to think
but
that
I
the
knew it
ladies
was
get
the same
called
guy.
dames or
I
something
knew
as
it was
well.
the same Orin.
Oh, they get called ladies. No. I'm actually not sure. I don't think there's a point in the game where it tells you of any female
Bhed
guardians
Sykes, right?
that become.
Some Bhed saved me the other day, and this girl Riku gave me
No, there
food,
isn't.
and
I don't think there is anyway. Might have to wiki that after the stream, see what's
you
going
don't
on.
understand
Report
me,
back
do
to you
you?
tomorrow. Ladies
anyway,
are
if you
summoners
meet Riku,
that are
tell
planning
her
to defeat
thanks for
Sin.
me.
So Lady Yuna,
And
Lady
as for the
Dana.
first game, may the best team win.
And we almost have control. Cool, so now we do have control. Head far left and into the other basement. And there should be an Bhed Primer on the floor somewhere. Oh yeah, it's behind this dude here. Alright, go away. There we go, so there's Bhed Primer 6. And we're going to make our way to number 7 once we've had even more cutscenes with Yuna. Yay! When I was younger, because the game looked, I think it was like rendered at like 240p or something like that, back on the old big CRT glass monitor TVs and stuff, I never realised that most of the signage in Spira is actually like letters and names and stuff. But I could never make it out because the graphics were so poor.
Please let me through.
And then when they brought out the remaster, you could actually make out words on like the flags and the banners and stuff. It's crazy.
You're really famous.
I hope we don't get separated.
Yuna!
Huh? What was that?
Yeah, like if you look at the just behind Tidus there, I can't make out what the top word is, but it actually says Hall on the bottom,
We do this.
on the green part.
You're on Blitz players.
Could never make that out back in the old game.
You try it too. Put your fingers in your mouth like this.
Like this?
Not like that. This.
By the way, how does he whistle with gloves on?
Then you just blow.
What?
It's not working.
I can understand when Yuna learns how to do it, but how does he whistle with gloves on his fingers?
Hey, use that if we get separated.
Eh?
Then I'll come running, okay?
Confused.
Well, guess we should just stick together then. Till you can do it.
Yes, sir.
Right, we have control again, so backtrack slightly and go up at the roundabout / T-junction. See your boy Zalit's here as well. He's an excellent defender for early game Blitzball. Only for tackling though. Try and do literally anything else with him and he can't pass, he can't shoot. Yeah, he's terrible. And there's another Bhed Primers, so there's number 7. And at that point, we don't need to worry about the Bhed Primers for a very good while now. Anyway, so back where we started, when we finally got Yuna, head right. And guess what? Yep, you guessed it. There's gonna be another cutscene.
Whoa!
So cutscene heavy.
This is a pretty big town.
Luca is the second largest city in Spira.
I thought every town was little. You know, like Besaid and Kilika.
Towns don't usually get bigger than that. Because when a lot of people start to gather...
When a lot of people gather. That's called a gathering.
What about Luca? It's safe here?
It's
Mind
not any
blown.
different, but the stadium is here. The Crusaders fight to protect it with all their strength.
They protect the stadium?
Blitzball is really the only entertainment that we have. Spira's a little short on fun these days.
Ooh, that's evil.
Whoa. Talk about pressure.
That's right. Is Xanarkand like this too?
Well, there are more buildings, all tall ones, and cramped together.
Oh. They must be so tall. Don't you ever get dizzy?
No.
Let's go find Sir Orin.
Crinked my back a little bit there. It's beautiful. Right, yeah, so we finally enter the bar or the cafe or whatever you want to call them. And another cutscene. Why?
Oren's not here.
Why not talk, Kimari? Not see Yenke for 10 years. Say something. Kimari forget Yenke? Forget Biran?
Leave Kimari, Yankee. Kimari is small, Ranso. Kimari's so small, can't see Yankee and Biran's faces.
Kimari forget Ronso friends?
Like how they call Kimari his friend when they're literally just bullying him.
Biran taught Kimari to be strong.
That's some asshole behavior.
Maybe taught too much.
Take him on.
Oh, he thinks he's funny. Oko! One hit KO.
Hey, get outside. The tournament's starting, you hear?
The game!
Today, on this glorious day, players from all over Spira have assembled here to participate in this great contest of bravery, skill, and strength.
Yeah, boy.
All of these fine teams, equally renowned, deserve to win the cup today. Such is the nature of this contest. Let us, the spectators, play our role accordingly. Let us sing to the glory of the winners and applaud equally the valor of the defeated. Contestants, may heaven be with you.
I'm very tempted to hit my print screen button again, but I'll probably crash the game again. Should we give it a go? Should we try it? Yeah, we're good. That's all good. Pro Blitzballing time. Just joking. This isn't our game. Should have been, but T just ran off to go and look for his old friend Oren. So these guys are kicking off without us.
Kimari, Yuna's gone.
Where in Spira have you been?
Huh?
Yuna's been kidnapped by the Bhed Sykes. In exchange for her safe return, they want the Aurochs to lose.
What?
What?
If they're only Blitzball players, I doubt they'd do anything drastic. But we shouldn't take chances. Let's go get her.
I'm going too. This'll be no problem.
He's like, go to your game that you're already late for.
The game,
well done, Kimari.
I mean, how good a team can they be?
Waka said the same thing.
I bet he did.
He'll take care of the game. We should go get Yuna. The Bhed boat is in Dock 4. Let's go.
Let's go. Good stuff. Right, yo guys, so I'll probably have enough time here to do the battles leading up to the boss and the boss before we call it an end of the stream. So no, we didn't get to the Blitzball game unfortunately, but we can start off with that tomorrow. So I think that should be a bit more interesting. Ooh, there's a chest over here. I forgot to mention. There's one at the end here. Nidaseer is also a blitzer, with the very unique property of being the slowest blitzballer at normal levels. Well, I say normal levels, at like their beginning levels. He's like literally 3 times slower, or 33% of the speed of your average blitzer. Or is it? No, he's he's half the speed of the average blitzer. But he ends up being the fastest blitzer in the game.
Ancient mark, they are.
Kimari with the dodge. Hopefully Lulu can one-hit KO these boys. She can. That's good. It's taken us literally 4 attacks to take these guys out. It's quite pathetic, really. Come on, man. Okay. Thunder. First bit of battling we've done in about 25-30 minutes as well. It's crazy. And Tidus with the critical to save us another attack. That's good. Now for this battle, I'm gonna cast haste on Lulu, because we have to take on 3 waves of these bad boys, and she's clearly doing the most damage. So we'll give her a chance to one-hit KO all the things. Actually, you know what? You may as well Lance to get some HP back. There we go. Lulu becomes our absolute death cannon. Easy claps.
The Al Bhed were expecting us.
The Al Bhed were indeed expecting us. And this is easy. Oh man, Lulu's just next level gangster on this game. And she gets the final kill as well. Like a raggedy ass boss. There we go. We're not too far off the last battle of this stream. About another couple of minutes with another cutscene.
Some excellent defense, folks. Oh, he'll feel that one in the morning.
But the referee doesn't call the foul. Waka's taking a real beating out there.
I'm like, lol. There's fouls in Blitzball? It's news to me. I've never been fouled, and I've played literally thousands of games.
He won't last. Waka's always like that.
Ouch.
Let's go.
I was going to see if Lulu had any other MP ups, but she does not. No worries. You don't need it for this boss battle anyway.
Let's go.
Like how here they don't show Lulu jumping onto the boat, because you never see anything other than like top 5 Lulu's legs. I don't think she has legs. I think she's just like a rolling ball that just rolls around everywhere. You never see her jump or nothing. She's got no knees. Cool. The white magic haste up Lulu once again. Like I said, she's the only one worth hasting up. Thunder, the crane. Takes three paps before the crane comes on. Literally everyone else either cheer or guard. Don't even hit him because the boss will counter with silence ball if it's magic or darkness ball if it's physical. And then you won't be able to hit this for nothing. Just let him do his blitz. He won't do much damage. Right, here we go. And when Tidus used the crane, we wipe out a good portion of its life. I'm glad Tidus knew the exact commands to make a crane do that, by the way. I assume it's far more than just pushing like 2 or 3 buttons. Good stuff. Now we can attack. Again, we'll go with Thunder with Lulu because she's more powerful than you. There we go. That's another boss down. Like I say, all bosses come with a gimmick, and that was the easiest one of the lot so far. And there we go. So as I say, guys, next chance I get to save the game,
hope you hurt them.
I will be calling it the end of the stream. So made a start. It's been nice and chill, relaxed. We've been KO'd once. We haven't died yet.
What is it?
But we're cracking on. We're getting on with the walkthrough, playthrough, stream through, whatever you want to call it. We're making a start on it. We've got the majority of the boring stuff out the way, at least at this point from now on. When we're doing fights and stuff,
but it's not.
We'll be actually making some reasonable progress in terms of leveling up, getting into better abilities, all that good stuff. This was definitely the more boring.
I made it out okay, but I don't know what happened to their ship.
Like the most boring the stream will be, if that makes sense.
Was there
because you have to go through all like the tutorials and lay down a lot of the story and stuff.
I don't know. They were all speaking that Al Bhed language.
I see.
So good position to be in. You got all the boring stuff out of the way.
My uncle,
we start off next stream with Blitzball straight away, which is nice.
Wait.
For
so that means you're Al Bhed too?
Obviously those who struggle with winning that Blitzball game. And everyone's like, it's not even worth winning, but it kind of is because you get a strength sphere, which is +4 in attack. At this earlier point in the game, that's quite a lot. And I place it in a point where Tidus and Orin can both get it, so they both get a massive super boost in strength nice and early.
Don't tell Waka about
for your quickest attacker and your tankiest attacker, so it's well worth getting if you can get it early. Don't get me wrong, it's not the end of the world if you can't. But it is worth having.
I thought I told you not to tell Waka.
The game! Oh.
I think that little bit there was a bit of a mistranslation as well. That made no sense when I first listened to that when I was younger, and it still don't make sense now.
Left. The Aurochs are launching an all-out offensive.
I'm surprised they even got 2 goals against the Bhed Sykes. Their goalkeeper is the best goalkeeper in the game. Although I don't think it's the same goalkeeper as what's in the rest of the game. It does look different in this particular battle. But yeah, no one beats the Bhed Sykes early game. They're ridiculous. Apart from me, of course. Apart from our team.
Very nice.
Very nice.
We won!
We did it! We're in the finals!
Not the most graceful win. If it was Chappu, he'd still
Lulu,
be
a W is a W, love.
Hey, aren't you being just a little unfair?
Excuse me?
I know I could never take Chapu's place. You're the one who told Waka that, right, Lulu? And I don't think Waka would ever try to take Chapu's...
You don't want to finish that sentence.
Yeah, he's like, I won't finish it, don't worry. Cool. So what we'll do is we'll get back to the changing room, but first we're going to go back here because there are 2 chests which are well worth picking up. I know one of them has a HP sphere. Oh, magic, that's even better for Lulu. HP and magic, so sphere grid for Tidus. Move down here. Use HP sphere there, and then when you get it, you're gonna get your strength sphere right where Tidus is right now. That's an extra 900 HP for Tidus. So Tidus usually has about 720 HP at this moment in time. Has 1220. I haven't even picked that one up yet. Brokenly good. I'm going to get Lulu a fat magic up as well, which is good for her. She'll start overkilling stuff on the Mihen High Road a lot earlier than she should, which means more experience a lot earlier than we should have without grinding as much. So, like I say, it all works out really well. Let's throw my banners out one more time because we're almost done for the day.
The game starts in a few minutes. You sure you're okay?
We're playing the chorus too.
Miss me?
Lady Yuna, are you okay?
All this because of me.
It's your fault, Yuna.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How can you let some Bhed kidnap you?
Hey, let it go, alright?
Don't go near Bhed anymore, okay? They're trouble.
They do be trouble. And as I say, guys, this is the end of the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a quiet one, but exactly what I expected for the beginning of this playthrough. Appreciate your time and effort being here anyway. As I say, guys, we will be streaming Tuesdays, Thursdays at 7 PM and Sundays at 5 PM on this game usually. I just did today because I put my usual YouTube video out a day early, so I had a bit of a time slot to fill. Thanks for tuning in anyway, guys. If you haven't done so already, smash the subscribe button and give us a follow on all the socials and all the streams, because why not? It helps me out. It's all good. Thank you very much for your time, effort, guys. I will see you all tomorrow, 7 PM. Be there.